If I told you the things I've seen on my ways, if I told you the things I've done in my days, you wouldn't believe me anyway. So it's best I just don't say. I've lived 1,000 lives, I've piloted 1,000 souls, I killed and fought and died just for a single role.
Hello, and welcome to the Autumn People. I am your GM, Tappy, and we also have...
Hi, I'm Aabria. I'm playing Khairyn. It's spelled crazily. I am the snack mage.
I do want to know how it's spelled.
Yeah, you would appreciate it. It's Khairyn.
I love that. That's very good.
First mistake of the night. I missed this.
Big S, small a, big N, small d.
Yeah, exactly. Like 3 tildes. Tilda?
My name is Eli, and I'm playing a werewolf.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah.
And my character's name is Charles Wagner.
Nice.
How's that spelled?
Charles Wagner.
Okay.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I need one more pass on that.
S-H.
Yeah. Charles. Oh my god. I'm going to call you Charles.
Exclamation point, accent, something.
And I'm Sam. I play, what's my name again?
Grace.
Hang
Grace.
on. It's been a day. Grace Carter-Bennett, and she is a Geist, which is gonna be horrible and scary. You're welcome.
Yay!
Yay! And this is a Chronicles of Darkness game. Last time we left off, and actually we're going to have to figure out something for experience because I'm, like I always do, play this kind of fast and loose, and this specific system relies heavily on conditions for you to resolve and then get beats, which then turn into XP. And that is a lot of stuff that I don't want to do. Much like I really feel like every system has a lot to bring to the table, but like for you as a GM and for your players, you get to like kind of sift through what each system has to offer for what you want. And while this is a very like novel system for giving out XP, I don't want to do it.
That's fair.
It's just a lot of extra things you have to do that are very specific, and I think things being a little more off the cuff on what happens or what happens to you is a lot easier. Even though a lot of powers will give conditions to people, and then we will deal with them, and we will have bonuses from resolving them.
Okay.
I just don't want to do it.
It's your game. You do what you want.
Yay!
I'm not complaining.
Yeah, right?
As long as I get XP for teaching that dead boat how to ghost, then I'm
That
gonna be
sweet dead boat boy.
sweet dead boat.
Mm-hmm.
My
Oh,
feelings.
Titanic.
Oh, little boy. He did his best.
I'm actually surprised you didn't like feather it to something.
No, I don't want to. It's just
Yeah.
learning to ghost.
It is just learning to ghost.
I don't want to like slow its ghost roll.
All right, excellent. That is good because it is very sad to fetter things.
Yeah.
the weak ghosty soul gets shoved into a thing forever and ever to power your car.
That's me. It's
It's like
the
your-
Titanic.
It's your
Yeah.
start. Yeah.
That poor boat had a rough day.
He did. He touched an ice cube. He did not like it.
Do not watch.
He doesn't know why.
Yeah, he's very confused. Speaking of which, would you like me to tell our listeners what happened last time?
Yes.
And your mage who was not here.
Yeah! Your snack mage was not on this voyage
She
with
was
us.
so hungry.
Alright, it was 1912 in New York. Lunchtime, I had lunch with Lady Kensington and Frida Guggenheim. There was some gossip with the ladies, and a telegram arrived. Urgent travel business from Pasha. I excused myself and picked up the tab to the consternation of Lady Kensington, then returned to the penthouse. I tried the finding spell on Charles. I didn't find him within an hour, so then I just gave up and went to the Carpathia boat office. We did have first-class accommodations, and we leave tomorrow. Back at the penthouse, Charles showed up as Grace was packing. Oats shows up around sundown, and Grace gives him a suitcase to pack his extra set of clothes. He has just one. They dined in, and then Grace threw some bones. She has a good feeling about this boat trip. She asked her Geist, Ellen, what she thought, and Ellen smiled, staring at her creepily. Oh, good. Charles went up to sleep on the roof, where Oats found him, and they chatted about the trip. Yes?
Sorry, someone's breathing in the mic a
is
little
it
bit.
me? Oats was excited to help people. Oh, sweet buddy. In the morning, they headed to the Carpathia, where Oats gave the porter a hard time for taking his luggage. Poor Toby. Grace tipped him a little extra, and Charles patrolled the ship to look for trouble. On day 3 of the journey, the crew had become buddies with Oats. Toby was teaching him how to stoke the engines. Grace entertained the society crowd with tall tales and midnight seances, while Charles enjoyed the heck out of the food on board. At the ballroom, 7 ladies gathered at Grace's seance table, where she saw spectral sea creatures and a pirate ship. All the ghosts were going in the same direction, northeast. The ladies were rapt at her description of the pirates. Literal pearl clutching ensued. Grace's necklace dripped blood to the gasps of the crowd. Toby took Oats on a tour to the telegraph office when a signal suddenly came in.
I still want all reenactment. Keep going.
I don't remember what happened at this point. Oats was terrified of it for some reason, but I was in the bathroom.
There was a distress signal, and he got the emotion off the distress signal.
Yeah.
So he was scared.
Yeah. Charles smelled the fear, excused himself from the card table, and headed towards the front of the ship. There he found Oats jammed into a corner, saying something bad came out of the telegraph, but neither of them could read it. Oats recognized CQD, though, which is a mayday. He opened the door and shouts, "They need help! They need help!" While Charles tried to calm him down. The captain showed up, confused, but alerts when Oats yells CQD at him. Charles notices a bright light to the northeast. Grace was seeing way too many ghosts, so she and Ellen ate one, to the scandal of the ladies at the table. She excused herself and then went to her room to make a water homunculus. That's not a euphemism for peeing.
It does feel like that.
Or diarrhea.
The way I wrote it.
Lark. Why can't it just be like wine or something?
Right? Ooh, a wine homunculus. Delicious. She strode off to the bridge where the captain was telling Charles and Oats that the Titanic is sinking. Oats ran off to make the boat go faster. Grace sent her little water buddy ahead to start helping people, and Charles acted as a lookout to steer through the iceberg field as the ship speeds up drastically.
What's your faster? Okay.
Ellen was super pumped, ear-to-ear grin. Note to self, Ellen's smile equals trouble. As we get closer, Grace sees human ghosts start popping up from the Titanic. Once in range, Charles and Grace jump in a lifeboat and transform into monster forms. Charles rows while Grace flies in Geist form to pluck people out of the water who aren't at all scared by that.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's totally fun. Oats jumps into the water and drags 2 boats towards the Titanic. He passes Charles, who is going very fast. Charles notices a man on the deck of the Titanic open a door to daylight and plants. He walks in and shuts the door. He tells Grace what he saw, and she flies off to investigate, then starts getting live people in the boat. On the deck, Grace manages to grab a person to fly to safety just before the ghost of the Titanic itself shows up and starts following her. It asks her in a childlike voice why the man at the wheel killed it. She convinces the huge dead ship to follow her back to the Carpathia to investigate. Charles rowed a boat full of about 65 folks back to the ship, then gave up his room to let the rescued warm up. The 2 boatfuls that Oats saved are alive, but a bit freaked out. He went back to rescue the dead ones, too. Doesn't get it. The Carpathia returns to New York to drop folks off and then get back underway to Cairo. On the way back, Charles and Grace try to explain to Oats why the dead folks can't be brought back. It's difficult, but starts to get through, and he goes off to sulk. Grace asks the Titanic if it knows anything about the man that Charles saw. He was dressed as an officer with a mustache, dark hair, and a pipe. The Titanic says that his name is Murdoch, and he was on her maiden voyage, and was the first officer. Then the Titanic goes off to swim. Sweet buddy.
Such a good boy. Sweet dead ship cinnamon roll.
Yep.
Cool. What was I doing?
I don't know.
That's
Where
a
were
good
you?
question, Khairyn.
Anywhere. Where were you that is not the United States?
I was in Turkey.
You were in Turkey. Awesome.
Yes.
Good snacks.
Convincing the Ottoman Empire that, like, it's basically still an empire and should behave as such.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I've also just discovered that Turkish delight is bullshit. Not a good snack.
Not as delightful as advertised.
Yeah, I was expecting not this. But she is snacking, like, she's just mainlining, like, honey-based pistachio, like, baklava. It's a lot. It's very good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, oh, all right, this is fine. I'm fine. No one come get me. I'm going to live a different, drama-free life.
No dead boats, just snacks.
Yeah. Dead snacks. There was a weird dead snack. We don't talk about that. It was fine.
Well, while you are lounging in Istanbul,
Yeah.
in the beautiful Mediterranean April,
Yes.
it's actually quite lovely.
Yeah. This is great.
Somewhere around April 15th-ish.
Yeah.
A telegram comes to you. It doesn't come by like a person or something. It, is flying in the wind and hits you in the face.
Cool. All right. That's awkward. And she opens it up and, like, does, like, the look around, like, someone just throw a telegram. All right. Opens it up. I just want to pretend it's dusty. I know it's not.
Sure it was.
Oh, cool. It's a dusty one. What does it say?
Find chartered ship. Stop. Go to Cairo immediately. Stop. Pasha.
At seeing Pasha's name, she went from, like, super, like, eye rolling to, like, alright. Well, it's more eye rolling, but resolved. Like, well, if we must. She, like, gathers her. She has, like, long, flowing linen pantsuit on with, like, too much scarf. Just a lot of scarf. She gathers the scarf around her very short, round body and then grabs, like, 3 extra snacks and is just walking out with a mouthful. Like, all right. Gotta go find a boat.
I love her already.
She's just very, like, round-cheeked and shiny and just happy. She has a cane, by the way.
Yes.
She has a cute little cane.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's gonna go find a boat. I guess I have to go to Cairo. It's gonna be warm there. Ooh, but they have that. Oh, I want to eat more za'atar snacks. Okay, this is good. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I will eat my way through Cairo.
So, how you finding a boat?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna, like, head down to the, like, I'm not gonna use any, like, weird connections, but definitely gonna go find some friends. Oh yeah, I was just hanging out with some high-level Ottoman bureaucrats, so I asked them for a recommendation for a quick little jaunt over to Cairo. It would be a personal favor.
I don't think any of them actually, like, make their own itineraries.
Okay, well, can you go talk to whoever makes your secretaries? I would consider it a personal favor. And I know I'm small and round,
Yes,
but you should.
I'll see what I can do. I'll get back to you in a few days.
Okay, I would like to compel him to move with the fucking quickness. I don't like waiting.
Okay, how are you gonna do that?
I don't have the blood sugar for this. Let's use.
She's just hangry and uses magic.
Yep. Her blood sugar dips, and she's gonna. I would like to use I want to persuade. And
Okay.
just lean in and put some of that arcane pressure.
You don't want to just use magic?
No.
All right.
No, I want to make them do the thing for me. I don't have to use my magic. My magic is special.
All right.
This dude just sucks. With his dumb mustache and his face I don't like.
Yeah,
He's the
nobody
one
likes
was
it.
like, Turkish Delight's amazing. Fuck this guy. Please, I would consider it a favor if you did it for me now, and I want like that like rolling wave of just like, oh, there's something, that feeling that like there's something terrifying in the room that I can't quite see yet, but, like something's watching. But yeah.
Okay. That won't be like a magical effect or anything like that because you
Yeah.
don't have. I don't think you have the mind sphere.
No, I don't.
But sure, go for it.
Sweet. Okay, I don't know how this system works.
Well, what is your
3
presence?
presents. 3. I was right. Good.
I'm gonna say that this is not. This isn't. He isn't actively resisting you.
Okay.
But there is. It is difficult to do so. So I'm gonna have you drop 2 dice
Why?
because.
Am I
that's-
using
it's
persuasion
being
on
resisted.
top of? Is it
Yeah, it's
presence?
persuasion and
Okay.
presence.
All
Yeah.
right. Okay. I see. Yep. All right. 2 successes.
2 successes.
Did you get 10?
Yeah.
You
Hey, reroll it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I did not realize I'm exploding. What? Can you read that?
It looks like a 2.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, that's why it ran away from me. It was disappointing.
Right. Yeah, I'll see what I can do.
Please do. And she's just gonna sit down, like in his chair behind his desk, and wait.
Sits in his chair. I love it.
She just walks around, sits in it. Her chin's like barely. She can't like do the arms on
All right.
hands that effectively because the desk is kind of high. Thank you. If you could bring me some coffee while you're at it. We're getting a little tired.
So, just so you know, like, the ruling family of the Ottoman Empire also have the last name of Pasha.
Oh shit! I did not know that.
They're not the same Pashas,
Okay.
but yes.
Interesting.
So this is a Colonel Pasha that you're doing with.
Nice.
I think it's Enrin Pasha, and he leaves, and you're just kind of like waiting in his office, and a door opens behind you, and a Turkish woman comes in. Like, oh, hi! I didn't know anyone else had a meeting right now.
Oh, Enrin just stepped out. He'll be back directly.
Okay, well, I mean, I just needed to tell him that the ship that he was waiting for is ready.
Oh. Which one was that again? And she's gonna pretend to like thumb through his notes. The one on the way to.
It's the Ocean Greyhound.
Mm-hmm.
And you flip through, and you know what? I am gonna have you just roll your gnosis right now,
Oh no.
and then just to see.
Okay. Did I put that? I don't know what that is.
You had that is your power stat.
Okay. Oh, okay. Shoot. It sucks. Alright. That's fine. Ugh, I need the ones that can read better. 6 and above is a success, correct?
No, 8 and above.
8 and above? 0 successes.
It's going to. It's going to Tripoli.
Okay, I don't care about that.
So
That's fine.
it's in the right direction, but it isn't necessarily going directly to where you want to go.
Well, I did. Dear, what was your name again?
Oh, my name?
Yes.
Oh, my name's just Sarah.
Oh, Sarah. Do you have a surname? You're not a maid. I don't need just your first name, honestly.
Sure.
I want some dignity.
Yeah. Freaking dignity here.
Her last name is Dignity.
Yeah.
Yay! All right, Miss Dignity. That's sticking now.
Sure. It's dignity.
All right, Miss Dignity. I heard, as he was walking out the door, something about him changing his plans and heading down to Cairo for some reason. I'm not super sure why.
To Cairo?
Yeah.
But he's supposed to go to Tripoli.
I think he was going to hit Tripoli on the way back, but some manner of business in that area was calling him.
Oh. Roll that persuasion again.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not -2.
Oh, okay, sweet. Well, that 0, I'm gonna re-roll that again. And that one.
That's an 8.
Yep, that's 4 total successes. Woo!
Nice. Well, yes. Well, thank you. I mean, that would have been terrible if we had left before we had made the...
It would have been the end of so many things.
Yeah, I mean, I have to send a telegram to Cairo right now to make sure we have a berth to be in.
Oh, absolutely.
If you excuse me, thank you.
Yes. Candy. And she, reaches into her pocket and offers, a little wrapped... she's got grandma candy in her pocket.
Oh.
She's got, offers a little caramel.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
That's adorable.
Remember, use your surname. You are important. And I have a boat to Cairo. Good. This is a nice chair. Yeah, she just relaxes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So. Alright, this is what I'm going to do.
Colonel's boat.
Yeah. It's a stealing.
So now
Keep it.
the red lines of the two boats
Oh
going
my
towards
God,
Cairo.
yes!
Right.
Indiana Jones map.
I'm so happy.
And so when you start out, because for if you're in Turkey, you kind of have to. It's relatively quick down to Cairo as compared to from the United States.
Yeah, a little bit.
But
a tiny
the telegram comes to you actually relatively late for when they are coming in.
Okay.
So you are both about. I mean, the Ocean Greyhound is actually super fast.
It's so well named.
And so it's probably not more than a couple days.
Good, I hate boats.
Actually, probably a day.
Oh, nice. That was fun.
So the evening of that night, you are the two of you are also still in transit.
Okay.
Again, past midnight, in those dark, quiet hours when old people die. I want all y'all to roll a perception.
Okay.
Wait, me too?
Oh yeah, you too.
Oh, okay.
Just perception?
Well, it's you're.
What am I? It's. Okay.
Oh yeah, it
What am I
isn't. They
doing?
don't have perception
I was gonna say,
thing anymore.
Don't-
It is two things. It is probably intelligence and composure.
Nice.
Okay.
So,
so good.
roll that as a dice pool. Then what you get?
Oh, good. 2 successes.
Don't
Oh,
Eli. Don't
3.
forget
I
your
like 3.
your extra die for being you.
3 successes.
Are you sure you don't want me to roll a cult? I'm much better at that.
Me too.
0 successes.
Actually, you know what? You probably could roll a cult,
Okay.
and you could probably roll a cult too. But you have 4 successes, so
3.
or 3 successes.
Do you want me to reroll?
You know what? We'll deal.
It's
We'll
fine.
burn that bridge when we get to it.
Okay.
So, Khairyn.
She's just sitting on a boat eating a giant chocolate bar.
So, you're an Acanthus mage, which means that your tower is that of the Fae, of the hedge, of all of those things. It's wonder and mystery, right? And so you are munching away, and you feel a portal open to the Fae.
She turns and chucks the chocolate bar at it.
No, it's not here. You feel one open.
She turns and chucks the chocolate bar in the direction that she feels the portal opening. Not again! No! Chocolate.
It bounces and breaks.
Yeah. Shit.
So, Chuck, Mr. Charles.
Do I get any kind of distance to it, or just a general vicinity?
You smell like flowers and plants and weird animals. Not like actual animals, but like what people like idealize animals as. You know, like when people think of horses, they don't think of like the smell or the sweat or them shitting all over the place. They think of like majesty. And that is kind of like, it's the smell of majesty.
How close are we to Cairo?
You'll probably get in tomorrow.
Is it in that general vicinity?
It's on the boat.
Oh, it's on the boat?
It's what you are smelling is like it is within like 100 feet of me, probably 50.
I'm assuming that our rooms are next to each other, so it's douche, 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 douche at whatever time, because I know she's not sleeping.
I don't need to do that.
Oh yeah, sure. All right, what do you do?
You would hear the door go.
She's like still putting on her fancy ass dressing gown. She's like, wait a minute. Looks at Ellen to see what Ellen's doing.
She's smiling.
Oh no.
Ellen is always like impassive.
Yeah.
And then now it's like the big toothy grin, and this grin actually like kind of keeps going to over the ears.
Cool,
I
there's
hate
more
it.
teeth than there should be.
There's more teeth
Way
than would
more
fit
teeth.
into a mouth. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yep. Alright. I'll walk over to the door and open it. There's trouble, isn't there?
Yes.
Ellen's smiling again.
Do you sense it? I can smell it.
What are you smelling?
The spirit world.
Doesn't smell like anything to me.
He starts walking. He goes, "Follow me."
All right.
Very well.
What are you doing,
Yeah.
Khairyn? I should say that for the people who are listening.
Yeah, sorry.
No. I need to say it.
I think am I in Cairo now?
No, you were on the boat. Yeah.
Shit, I should get wherever it's going. I don't want to though. It's always something bad. Do I have a sense of like is there a way for me to figure out the origin point of this?
You can do magic.
Okay, yeah, let's do some fucking magic. I guess that's the thing I do.
Yeah.
You're gonna keep it like magic, and I'm like, no.
Nah.
No.
Not today, Satan.
It's gonna be great when I do it, but today's not that day. Alright, let's do some fucking magic.
So, there's a system for doing magic that is all this bullshit that I'm not really interested in.
Dope.
There's another system that's like quick and dirty magic, which is pretty much all I want to use.
Dope.
And so, all you do, you tell me what you want.
Yes.
And if you have the spheres for it, you roll that sphere, the number of dots you have in that sphere, plus your gnosis. If you get a success, it goes.
Okay.
And more successes means it goes better.
Okay.
So, what are you specifically trying to do?
I want...
Like, do you want to, like, trip over it? Like, you have a lot of fate. Do you want to just, like, okay, I'm going to close my eyes, then I'm just going to walk to it?
Ooh. Gross. Ugh. Yeah, let's do that. Ugh. She's gonna reluctantly just sort of like, and she closes her eyes and like is twisting the top of her cane because it like definitely comes away and there's something else within the cane. And she's like, all right.
Is that your tool?
Yes.
Okay.
So we were talking about
Yeah.
it being a knife,
Yeah.
and I think the knife is buried in, even though it's like a really broad knife that wouldn't look like it would come out of like a thin cane handle. Like when she pulls it out, it looks like it's edge on, and then she turns and it's like wider than
Yeah,
the cane should be.
absolutely. I mean, you fuck with space all the
that
time.
space time stuff.
So the cool thing about using that tool and all the points that are put into it is you get an extra 6 dice.
6?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna bring enough dice for this.
Whoa.
So
Just don't do magic in front of people, or else you'll start to get lots of paradox.
yeah,
But I mean, you still can. Like, paradox isn't the end of the world. It's just kind of weird.
yeah. Then I think if she's gonna do that, she's gonna walk into her stateroom and do the magic there. Like I know it's like super late at night.
Okay. So you're doing like a ritual with your
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
a finding ritual kind of thing.
Yes. All right. So I roll my gnosis plus 6 dice.
Plus your fate sphere, which is 3.
Okay. That's more dice than I have, so we're gonna roll extra. Is 11, and I can get there. All right. You guys are gonna have to help because I cannot see these from here. I think that's like 1 success so far.
That's 10.
Okay, cool. Well, let's explode that one really quickly. Nope. All right, and then 3 more.
It's a 10.
Nope. No, it's a 1. Yeah, I got 1 success.
No,
off.
this one's a 10, isn't it?
It's a 1.
Oh, yeah, duh.
Yeah.
No, you got 2 because you got a 9 and a 10 that exploded.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just keep my shit together for me and keep things.
I got you.
That's 2 out of 400 dice.
All right.
None of which are warmed up and ready for today. Good guys. I will eat you. Get your shit together.
But you feel the pull of this, like, portal to the Fey world, to like hopes and dreams and all of that shit. And you can feel it, like, pulling you like forward out of your stateroom.
Yeah, okay, let's go with it. It's fine. This is gonna be fine. And she just pulls the knife all the way out.
All right.
Yeah.
So you pull the knife out, you go through your stateroom, and walk out onto the deck of the Carpathia.
I did not expect this to be another boat. I liked my boat. What is this? Hello? Where am I?
So out of the shadows
Good. Shadowy figures. This is
comes 2 guys. One's got a lead pipe, and the other has a crowbar.
great. Okay, well, any boxes you were looking to open are in a different direction.
What are you guys doing? We're going to pause that for a second.
Are we in the vicinity of said boys?
Said voice is funny.
Do you have worked with Khairyn before, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you smell Khairyn on board.
She smells like chocolate.
I smell chocolate.
I'm
It must be
following his
Khairyn.
nose.
Follow your nose. It
Follow
always
his
knows.
nose.
Follow my
Yeah.
nose.
All right.
How far does it seem she is from me?
You guys are like on staterooms on the top. You already had like really good, like places to be, like staterooms. But and this is kind of like down and to the aft sort of
Back
the
and to
boat.
the left.
So you are outside. You're not like inside, like some horrible cramped part of the boat, but you essentially like stepped out of a door
Okay.
into. You stepped through your door and out some other place.
Good.
Okay. Since it seems like we might be walking into danger, I think I'm gonna activate my stillness key.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, hang on. I'm gonna put on my cobweb shawl.
Mm-hmm.
That is it webs or is it like Sinews and tendons.
Oh god, none of those were the answer I wanted them to be, which was lace.
I don't know, looking at it. It's definitely not lace. It is actually the desiccated hide of a Geist born from the unheard lamentations of sanatorium residents.
I actually
I need
just
a drink
heard
after that.
very nice lace. Magic is fun because it lets you hear what you need to hear.
So I'm going to put that on. That makes her look a little invisible-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Do I need to roll to activate that? I don't remember.
It has its own, like, powers-ish, right? Yeah, you don't need it. It just happens.
Okay. Cool. So I got that going on, so if some shit goes down, I can use it. Okay.
So, behind these two gentlemen, you hear, like, some clicking behind them, and out walks into the light of, like, the very incandescent light of the back of the stern, is a woman who is, like, she's got white boots on, like, white furry pants, and the boots are, like, have, like, white fur on them, and then has, like, the white jacket with the white kind of shawl thing, and then white face and white hair with a luger.
Oh, okay.
And that
It was so nice until the
and,
gun.
and you are looking at her, and she is made out of snow.
Okay, well, now I have a better sense of who may have walked through that door. Good. Hello, darling. How are you?
I'm well. How are you, little miss?
I don't know if we have to call me little. It's true, but it's condescending.
True.
Okay. Well, just a quick question. 1, is the gun necessary? 2, what are you doing?
The gun is necessary to shoot you. And 2, we are killing you.
I don't understand why things constantly devolve. And she's like, slapping her hand together, and the noise is getting louder and louder.
Yeah,
and starting to
that up.
resonate. Yeah.
Yes, you are.
And I want the last, like, smack. I want to try to, like, make it loud enough to maybe disable the normal people.
Okay. That would be a forces
Yeah.
effect, which I don't think you have the spheres for.
don't.
You do have other spheres that you, like, time and space, I think.
I don't know what to say. Okay,
So-
then let's say on the last clap, instead I want to, like, freeze the normal people. Because they're dumb and really not the issue here.
Oh, okay.
She's the snow lady with the gun.
Fair enough.
More concerned about the snow, to be honest. The gun is actually a bit of a letdown comparatively, but we'll deal with that when we get there.
It's like, how banal.
Weird.
Why don't you use magic kung fu snow powers?
Yeah, exactly. You, narrator that isn't in the scene, understand me. Okay, so can we try to freeze the
Yes,
voice?
you can.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
Alright.
So you are attempting. It's not really going to be like complete stop because that would be higher spheres
Yeah.
than you have. But you can slow them down.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like basically everything that isn't like has supernatural resistance, because supernatural resistance would make it much harder.
Okay.
You can just like slow down to a crawl.
Okay, yeah, that seems fine. I'm still more concerned about, like, us finishing this conversation over the whole shooting me thing. I'm sure there's important things we could talk about, and I would like to. Except we're not going to because I keep rolling like shit.
Oh no.
3 successes.
3 successes is good.
Not with this many dice!
Yeah.
My god.
Yeah. So. And the flag starts wailing, waving very slowly, and the churning behind the stern just kind of gets quiet. Like the engine gets very quiet to a low, like ooh, ooh.
Okay, so now that we have a second, can we explain before we kill me? Also, can we not? I don't want to die.
No, then you shouldn't have answered the summons of your little friend.
Pasha, I mean, I have to.
I know. That's why I have to kill you.
That's rude. Well, I don't want to kill you, but we all have to do what we have to do. What's your name?
I don't need to tell you that.
Don't be rude. Grant an old dying woman one last wish. Who are you?
You may call me Miss Snow.
That's a terrible name, and I will not do it. Now I'm mad. I will kill you for real.
I don't think you will. So, you two,
Uh-huh.
everything has gone brrrr, except for you.
Yay.
Okay. Well, I look at Charles and I go, well, this can't be good.
Karen's here.
Oh, Khairyn's here. Lovely.
Do I sense the snow?
Oh yeah, you can smell her.
She smells minty.
Yeah, she smells like minty snow. Yeah, yeah.
Cold spicy.
It's winter fresh.
Yeah.
There's another here that's nearer. He starts breaking out into a run.
Okay then. I would like to use my move through shadows ability. Let's see if that
Alright.
works.
Yes.
Let's do that.
Yeah. Wait, which one was it? I was just reading. I'm sorry, you guys have a lot of pages of weird shit.
Again, I'm looking up when snow cones were invented. Because I'm gonna fucking make one.
Yeah. So this is the stillness call, which I have call 3. The Sin Eater may step through shadows. They have to be standing in a patch of shadow large enough to conceal themselves and can move to any patch of shadow within 10 yards per activation success. Spends 1 plasm to shadow step, vanishing utterly, and appears in the next destination shadow at the beginning of their next turn.
Okay.
So, what do I do to roll this? Okay, I roll stamina plus stealth
Mm-hmm.
plus my call rating. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's...
Plus anything you get for that key.
Oh, yeah. Stamina is 3. Stealth is where? Where are you, Stealth?
It's a physical ability, I think.
Physical? Oh, yeah. There we go. Okay. And what do I get for the death mask?
Does it give you a bonus to any keys? Like stillness?
I have a stillness death mask, but I didn't write down that it gives me any...
Do you have any charms for stillness?
No.
Okay, well then that's what you got.
Okay, that's what I got.
Do it.
Go dice.
Hey.
I got
Whoa.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
That is an
Nice, she did great.
that is an
Reroll your
exceptional
10.
success.
Reroll your 10.
Reroll your 10.
Oh, yeah, reroll my 10.
She could have a billion.
Yeah.
Come on, again,
One
again,
more.
again.
Nope.
Oh,
No.
shit. It was a 9 to me, though.
I liked your reaction. That was very good.
Succeeded.
Okay, so still 5 successes.
Yeah. So you get to, next turn, come out of the shadows wherever you want. On the
Fuck
boat.
yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
So you step into the shadows and boom,
Yeah.
disappear.
He runs. I step into the
And
shadows.
Dope.
Charles is still running, right?
I want a spring load.
What is that?
Your character can leap forward in a larger form, then shift to a smaller form, then move forward using a larger form's strength and the smaller form's mass to quickly move in small bursts.
Are you fucking Ant-Manning right now?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes.
Shift down using this move at the start of the round. Your character gains +2 initiative and +5 speed.
Awesome. So
And
you
that's
are
tactical
like,
shifting, everybody.
Nice.
Tactically shifting.
I feel like you're doing the thing in like speedrunning in video games where you like exploit
Yeah.
like a weird interaction.
Yeah.
And he's like going across
yeah.
the walls.
Yeah.
And they're going like bounding. Hopefully nobody comes out and like, what's that? Oh my god.
well, no, everybody's slowed.
Oh yeah.
You're going past them like that, according to their senses. Well, you're going past them like that anyway. Now it's like super fast.
Yeah.
It's like not noticeable. In fact, like there you can see people like, and it's mostly crew members. You know, it's fucking 1 a.m. Most people are not out and about at this time. So you like crew members once in a while, and as you come around to the stern, you can see like a crew member. So there are multiple tiers, and the stern is kind of like the lower of like 2 different tiers, and you guys were on the 2nd tier. So you break out of, you're like bound around to the back part of the level that you guys were staying at. And you can see just underneath you, which is one level higher than where the stern is, you can see Khairyn in the back. You can see little Miss I Got a Gun. And then above that, like watching them, was essentially a crew member who was frozen. And somebody comes behind, grabs a crew member up, and shoves it into his face and devours him.
Oh, that's upsetting.
So he like mouth distends down to his knees.
Wow.
Like grabs the guy and shoves it into his gullet.
Oh boy.
Okay.
So are we... Does he know I'm there?
I don't think so. Not at the speed you're moving, with the weird bullshit you're doing. I think he's having a snack because everything is under control.
Yeah, this is fine. We're fine.
We're fine.
Please do something about that.
We're spending essence
Mm-hmm.
to do... Oh, I don't want to go completely apeshit right now. Or maybe I do.
This seems like maybe an apeshit situation.
Perhaps.
But I feel like, guys, we're on a ship, and I turn into a giant killing machine.
We got a few things you can kill.
Respect.
And then I can eat their ghosts. Everybody wins.
Yeah. I am going to attempt to eat the snow woman.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Now you do smell something else as well here that isn't like people, but it's just kind of like around at this point. But yeah, you definitely smell as the mouth opens up. It's like the horrible bad breath smell combined with what would be screaming, but instead it's like breaking bone and blood smell.
Oh my.
Oh, it's blood smell.
How many other people are around
Oh
me?
my.
Uh-oh.
I don't think there aren't crew members around you. Just this guy came up and decided to eat somebody.
Yeah, because it's like nighttime.
It's nighttime. It's like 1 in the morning.
Most everybody's sleeping.
And
Can you look up crew with triggers?
sure, I can look that up.
Smelling blood is...
Yeah, that's
my
one of your
passive.
triggers.
That feels like what that would be.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of which, I can pull up all my mage shit.
Need to cast some spells.
Man, the hubris of me walking in like, I don't need the books to look up how any of my shit works. This will be fine.
Okay.
Fine.
No mistake.
If you encounter a Kruth trigger, you enter Wasu In, which is the soft rage.
Oh, it's just a soft rage.
Yeah.
Don't worry, there's a hard rage, guys.
I
So-
like my rage is hard.
Who doesn't?
So you immediately turn into
It's
Urshul.
a flaccid rage.
It's the turgid rage.
I want that pushing rage.
So that's the Darwolf form for those that don't know.
Yeah.
Yay! Sweet
Pupper.
pupper.
Yeah, you're like a 600-pound pupper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pupper.
Yeah.
That's dog sized. I don't understand.
Yep. It's regular size.
Yep.
Perfect.
I'm thinking that he's like he's not a black wolf, but he's like a dark brown with like lines of black in him.
Nice.
Cute.
Yeah. And he has brownish green eyes.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So then, I have the drop on him?
Yeah. Let me see. Actually, let me. Will somebody just roll 6 dice for me?
Got it.
You better roll shitty.
I'm gonna roll so shitty for good.
Uh-oh.
Those went that way.
That's a 3.
Good.
And
yeah.
a 7.
All right. Yeah. There's literally no successes out there.
All right. Yeah, you got to drop on him.
Gotcha.
Yay!
Gotcha, fam. Hey, dice. You need to fucking shape up.
No, they don't need to shave up. That was a good roll.
We're gonna pretend that that's why that happened
Yeah,
that way.
hey, listen.
Yeah. Good listeners. Good talk.
He's going to pop primal strength, so that's going to cost an essence, and his strength's going to go up by 3.
Oh shit.
So his strength is 7.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like it.
Is that with what the Dalu form has?
It's
Sweet.
strength plus 2.
Oh, nice.
And
Holy
then
fuck
plus another
balls.
3.
All right.
And he's gonna jump in and bite the other dude's mouth, and just kind of start whipping him around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You bit a mouth. That's crazy.
All right. So that's kind of like a grapple with your mouth
Yeah.
on his mouth.
Yep.
It's like mouth-to-mouth grapple.
It's a kiss.
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
are kissing, and I'm into it.
I mean, I guess it's
So-
like a good boy kiss that is
Yeah.
aiming to kill.
So give me a brawl plus strength.
Strength. So how many did I say that was? 7? 7, and then my brawl is fizzle.
This Google Doc is saving my life. Thank you.
No problem.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Whoa!
Holy shit.
6.
Whoa.
My God.
Okay.
Hit the heck out of that mouth.
1,
Yeah, you
2,
did.
3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6.
Oh. I need to look up exactly.
But
how-
wait, hold on. I think I roll. I need to reroll, I think, because it's dex to hit, right? Not strength.
No, it's strength.
Oh,
Yeah. When in grapples, and I think also in just regular unarmed combat, it's strength.
okay.
Okay, so you got a exceptional success.
Okay.
Okay, so you can pick a move immediately,
Okay.
which is like break free, control their weapon. You can damage them
Yes.
by biting the shit out of him. You can disarm him when he just has
Can I
arms.
deface him?
Disarm his mouth.
You can damage him.
Then I will do that.
Okay, you
Take his
do.
mouth off.
Okay, what does your bite damage do?
Bite damage is normal damage, I guess. So it'd be my strength.
Is it just your strength? You don't have any.
Because teeth and claws get.
Yeah.
Just keep it with you.
It doesn't say anything about bite.
Well, teeth and claws is what that is. So, like, what is the bonus for teeth and claws?
Teeth is 2 lethal and claws is 1 lethal.
Okay, so you're going to do 8 lethal damage to him because you rolled 6 successes plus 2 lethal. Which is gonna fuck him shit up. So so this 600-pound wolf comes from behind this guy who is just lazily enjoying a midnight snack.
But I feel like it's more like it's like normal size puppers, big puppers, normal size puppers, big puppers, and then normal size puppers, and then giant puppers comes and goes, and then knocks him over and starts going.
Yeah, I think there's like a moment there, like feet coming out of the mouth as he turns around and just like, and then blood just starts going everywhere.
Tight,
I think you actually rip the lower jaw off at that.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Good job.
It's
you
terrible.
did it.
They're kicking legs and blood and things are bad.
Oh, my God.
And we're now going to roll initiative.
Please, yes. Oh, my goodness.
How we do that?
Yeah.
You roll 1 die, and then you add your initiative score that is on your page that you hopefully have. If you don't, I can tell you how to calculate it.
I got 13.
Wow.
Because I get my 6 is initiative normally, and then I get +2 for being in.
Oh my
And I
god.
rolled a 5.
Werewolves are so killy. They're so killy.
Initiative mod? Oh, I
I
have a
didn't
blank space for that.
I do, too.
Okay.
But I rolled a
Tappy.
5, so I'm
Initiative-
Well-
picking last.
Let's.
I rolled a 1. Don't worry
Oh,
about it.
babies.
Initiative is Dex plus Composure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
+5 is a
4.
Is it 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jesus.
And will somebody roll 1 die, then another die, then another die?
I'm super good.
4.
8.
Damn it.
Okay.
You guys are like, I'm going to get better.
Cool.
Of the
Good
whole
try.
arc.
I think I can.
I'll believe it.
I got a 5 for reference.
Okay. Cool. I had to actually make characters, which is weird.
Thank you. By the way, you guys, Tappy is working so hard to like put all these flats together. I cannot.
Yeah.
It's
seriously.
so good.
It's
Like,
insane.
Bless you,
Yeah.
my sweet boy.
Well, I wanted to do something difficult, and I managed to do that.
Hell yeah, thank you.
Okay, so starting at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yay!
Yay! Out of 5. You're. Oh wait, you don't go. I got to count down. So what is the highest of you guys?
I had 13.
13. Okay, on a 22.
What the shit?
My God.
On 4 legs, out from behind, little Miss Snow.
Snowpiercer. Yeah, got it.
Snowmancer. Come, they're like wolves, but they've forgotten they're wolves, and it's like they're people. It's like their legs are digitrad, but their paws are hands.
Oh, good.
And like they've got wolf bodies, except people's spines and arms.
Ooh.
And like one like is walking on their like hand feet, you know, upright, and
Show
then
off.
2 of the other ones are like down real low, and they have very human eyes in wolf skulls,
God. I
with
hate it.
again way too many teeth.
Yeah,
Like
you look like a.
far too many teeth.
He's a nightmare. I hate the Fae, and I should have stayed on my boat.
I would like to pet them.
No! They can pet you back with their fingers.
No, I'm invisible.
Yeah, you're invisible right now. So, and
How many?
there's 3 of them.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
So, the one on 2 legs and one of the 4-leg ones are like walking to like back up little Miss Fulton Roy.
Tight.
While one of the other ones that is on 4 is going to dash forward and try and bite our
Good.
Snackromancer.
Good, let's do this thing together.
Now, here's a thing that you can do in this, is if you haven't acted already, you can declare, I think it's a dodge. Essentially, it's a full defense. Normally, whatever your defense is subtracted from their dice pool.
Okay.
But you can double your defense and roll that as a dice pool. Every success you get gets rid of one of theirs. So
okay,
it's
okay,
a way
okay.
to, like, if you are
that, like,
okay
my
with not
action for the
attacking,
round?
but it's your action for the round.
Okay. Is it only for this one attack? Like, are they, like, 8 things gonna attack me, and I kind of blew my round dealing with the one?
I think you get minuses for dealing with multiple people, but you're like, ah!
Yeah.
Like you don't care about fighting anybody. You just want to not get hit.
Yeah, I mean, let's do that. I would like to declare a dodge, please.
Okay. Let me go to the horrible Briar Wolves,
Oh, goddamn.
which are a thing I didn't make up, and I'm upset about this.
Briarwolf?
Briarwolf?
That's the
Yeah.
cutest name I've ever heard.
Not cute! They're yucky! I don't like them.
Just as a side note, even though we narratively did it, the wherever I am in the Urshal, it says werewolves in Urshal are devastating to physical prey. Once per scene, the Urshal can apply one of the following tilts when she damages her prey with her teeth or claws. Arm rack, leg rack, or knockdown. So we said narratively knockdown.
Okay.
This does not require a targeted attack.
Oh my God! What the fuck?
Yeah.
You can just eat people's arms just whenever.
Just eat people's arms.
They have so many arms.
Hey,
Do you
there's
want-
so many arms over here if you want to come
I mean,
and get
I
some.
gotta
Do you want to
this-
eat it? Do you want to eat his leg? I mean, you attacked his face, so
Well, I think that
I think
it
knockdown
would
is
have been
good.
knockdown was narratively what we did.
So
he's on the ground and about to get.
they're about to get chomped.
My goodness. Okay, good. How do we... Sorry, I didn't calculate my defense. I'm a nightmare.
Your defense is the lower of your wits and dexterity,
Yeah, that would be Dex.
and then you add to it your athletics.
Balls.
Yeah, I'm very good at that.
It's a good thing I'm invisible.
That's a 3 total. Cool.
Me too.
All right.
Yay!
Winners!
Oh, this is great. Well, let's declare a dodge, and I can double those dice,
All right.
and hopefully not get chewed on
Now,
by this fucking nightmare.
You can't really use magic as a dodge, because you have fate, so you can just make it so it's
I would like
really
it to just
difficult
miss,
to do that.
but if it's gonna...
But
We don't,
You need to do that
I'm gonna
before.
let this one, like, let's say that I was still trying to, like, reason with Snowpiercer,
Mm-hmm.
and fucking this boy came up and bit me, and I'm like, we were
That's going in the
talking,
notes.
and then
Snowpiercer.
and we will talk after this happens.
Okay,
I'll
then
use mine
somebody
on that.
somebody roll me 7 dice.
Oof. I mean, I'll roll my own fate. That's fine. I don't want to do it.
Oh no, I roll pretty good.
No, okay.
I want to do it. Uh-oh. Oh no. That's one success. And then that explodes. And it's one success! 2 successes.
2 successes.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
All right.
That's about what I'm doing today.
So, too many teeth. And again, like, the jaw hinges way back to, like, the back of the head of this wolf.
That's not how
and
mouths work.
And it isn't like there are rows of teeth. It's like they're all jammed together.
Tappy, that's not how mouths work.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
It's horrific.
Okay, cool.
It's real good for eating, though.
Yeah.
It's like a whole pizza in one bite.
Yeah. The mouth opens up, and then there's a special eyeball that is the tongue
No,
because the
shut
eyes are
up.
looking up into the front.
I hate it.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, God, I hate it so much. I'm never going to sleep. This is great.
Comes down and just tries to, like, latch onto your thigh.
Yeah.
And just the too many teeth, as you pull away in time so that the too many teeth kind of like it rip across you like giant sandpaper, as opposed to actually like latching onto you and like worrying off your leg.
Yeah, cool.
So you take 4 damage.
Yeah, okay, that seems about right. Good. That's great.
Oh, excuse me, you take 5 damage.
All right.
Sorry.
It's fine. This is fine. Didn't even hurt that much. I'm almost dead.
I'm coming.
Okay,
Real
so
slowly.
next is 13, which ties for Snowpiercer and or
good.
whatever her name is, and
That's what her name is now.
Yeah.
Snowpiercer. But I'm going to basically narrowly say that PCs win,
Sweet.
like ties,
Okay.
because
Okay.
you guys are awesome and they are not.
Can I take my dude, since I have him in a grapple, with my teeth, and then pick him up and throw him,
Yeah.
and then try to hit the people off her?
Yes. Hell yeah, you can.
I do hate being saved that way. This is very good. No, that's more teeth. That's net bad for me personally. Thank
No, he
you.
ripped off the bottom part of the teeth.
Oh, and we're checking bodies.
So yeah, roll your brawl plus strength.
So what did I say that was? 9.
Oh my god, you're so killy. You guys have lots of utility. Oh my god. I love the wolves with too many teeth.
That's so good.
Yeah.
And their awful fucking head. That is so many dice.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7.
Yeah.
Good.
All right.
Oh my.
So, what do you want to keep when you throw him towards the Snowpiercer? Like, what body part do you want to keep? You don't have to keep any, but if you want to, you can, because you can arm rack, leg rack, whatever. So, like, do you want to keep one of those things?
I'll keep a leg.
All right.
Snacks.
Yes.
So it's like you bite him. You're like, what the actual fuck is happening? Then go down, grab a leg. Woo. And it's like a sling.
Yeah.
And you keep the sling part, right?
Yeah.
So blood flies everywhere.
Yes.
As
good.
Mr. Mouthboy spins through the air and knocks Snow Chick right between the shoulders onto her face,
Good.
skidding forward, like not quite to where you are, but to where the Briar Wolves are like, oh shit, what the fuck?
And there was like a triumphant howl, so hopefully
Yeah.
humans start running.
And, well, they're all slowed.
Yeah.
I know, but now they know.
But yeah.
just like
They-
start,
whoa. But
slow
yeah.
motion running.
They hear. It's like, did you hear something? I don't know, but I felt it. But all of that conversation happens way after all of this occurs. Like, they can't even register it yet.
Yeah.
You can actually almost see like the air shimmering as the sound waves slowly move away from you at like a few like feet per second.
That is fucking incredible. Oh my god. Cool.
Yeah. Oh, and
Cool description.
one-legged, no-jaw dude doesn't move. He's just bleeding all over.
Well, let's assume he's taking a
How
nap.
do actions work?
Maybe a permanent.
You have one instant action, and then you can move, or you can do a double move.
So then that's my one move, and then his next move will be to jump down.
Well, that was your action. You can move jumping down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, like, he whips it, and then right after, like, he's coming down right after.
Awesome.
Yeah, so he's down, smiling at some not wolf people.
They're like, oh my god, there's an actual terrifying wolf. And we're just horrible facsimiles of wolves with eyes for tongues.
Yeah.
Wolf shame.
Can he land on her?
That would take a athletics roll to try and do so. And that kind of be more of an action.
Okay, then.
I think, like, you pushed her forward enough that you can get down there, but you can't, like, land on her so that she can't get up or anything like that.
Okay. Then he'll try to just put himself in between however many most of the direwolves are.
You can basically land right in the midst of the two direwolves that were next to her and now no longer are.
Oh, cool, Charles. Hello. How are you? That's a nightmare. I'm not going to be able to get the blood out of my outfit. You look great.
Oh yeah, you know exactly who this is.
Yeah.
You've seen this giant wolf before.
He's a good boy. He's a good boy.
There's definitely a snarl.
Do you guys get along? How do you feel about each other?
I would feel that he would deal with her most because he knows that she's human.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, you have tons of power, but if somebody comes at you with a knife...
Yeah, like, you're great.
Yeah.
She's just a little... Like, I think she, like, tries to, like... She plies you with snacks. It's just like, do you like beef jerky? Can you eat that? Can you eat chocolate? I keep offering and I keep forgetting if you can
real
have that or not.
Asshole-y, right?
I know. I'm coming from a nice place. She's saying that. You're coming from a nice place.
I understand your kindness, but
Yeah, it's rude.
Yeah.
It's a little rude. You're right. I'm very
Super.
sorry. It's very good to see you, though.
Yeah.
Please don't let them murder me. I don't want to die tonight.
So, 7 is dead. So, 5.
Oh, okay. 7 is dead. Is 7 smaller?
Wait, do I not go anymore?
Hmm?
I haven't gone yet.
Oh,
haven't
what
go-
time are you?
I was
What?
10.
Oh, you're
Oh,
10?
you're
Oh, you're
10.
10. Yeah.
You
So
go
right.
then.
Yeah, you go.
I mean, I'll go after you. I don't mind.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, do your thing.
Well, I'm very mad because I got scratched really bad. And the one that scratched me is still, like, doing things, right?
Oh, yeah, it's right next to you, looking at you with its 3 eyes.
No.
Well, really, mostly it's 1 eye, because the other, that's so distended.
Cool.
The 2 eyes are looking back at, like, Eli.
Oh, gross. I do hate that.
it's freaking naughty.
And she's going to turn and go, I'm going to deal with the snow. Do you have the snow one, darling? Can you deal with that?
He's intently looking at her.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, this
Because he
one...
can't talk, right? Gauru? Yeah, he can?
You're in Garu or Dalu?
No, if I'm in Gauru, can I talk?
No.
Okay.
I mean, it might say you can, but I think that's dumb. I think if you're in Garu, you're in war mode, and that doesn't have a lot to do with talking other than, like, barking and howling.
Okay.
Nice. How close are we to the edge of the boat?
You are very close to the edge of the boat.
I would like to just... let's do a little shot, just a little gravity well off of the thing. Just let's suck some boys off the boat. Just, you know what? You specifically, and also maybe your friend that's on the side, just that way. Fetch! Just points with the knife, and once critical, just poof.
Okay.
That way is down now. You go that way.
That way is down now. Oh my god, that's a great name for a spell. So, you're going to roll your Gnosis,
Yeah.
plus your space,
Yes, which
plus
is
6.
2 plus 2 is 10. Alright. Well, I need to come with like 400 more things next time. And then I'll
Holy
add 2
crap.
more. Like, it's
Here's
never
mine.
that good though. Okay. That's one.
Isn't this a 10?
Is that a 10?
It's 10.
Okay, cool. So, all the other ones failed. And that turned into nothing, so that's 2, and I have to roll 2 more.
What, wasn't that a
It was a
No,
1.
it was a
Oh.
1.
Yeah, it's the confusing one is 10. Okay, but that one explodes. So now we're at 3 successes. And I think that's a 3, so 3 successes total.
Yeah, 3.
Yay.
3 successes?
Yeah.
All right, so great. This is down now,
Yeah.
basically behind you where the stern is.
Yeah.
And the horrible wolfy thing is about to like clamp on you again. Goes, and then Mr. One Leg and No Jaw goes, like, unfortunately goes on top. It hits you and then goes tumbles over you. So,
Oh, gross. That was disgusting.
and like the one of the shoes like falls off of the person that was still like halfway through the gullet.
I'm going to pick up the shoe and fling it in the direction of Dad. I don't want to remind her that was a person once. Okay.
And then the rest of them kind of like shift forward. It's not like so much of the one that was really close to you got like the huge amount,
Yeah.
but the rest of them is like exponentially less. So you managed to shift Miss Snow Queen
Closer.
like closer to you.
Yeah. And she turns and goes, the mistake. The mistake in the spell. I understand that now.
As well as like even Charles like
Yeah.
slides a little bit forward, but it's not like that much. Like she was a good like 25 feet away from you. It's not like she's in your face
Okay.
with a pistol,
Still upset about. I just
but
didn't
yeah,
think about that.
but she is closer.
That's unfortunate. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Woof. Sorry, that wasn't meant for you. I apologize, Charles.
Now she gets to go.
Oh, good.
And she's gonna level a pistol at you.
Good. Good.
How boring.
How fucking pedestrian. I swear to God, if like an ice bullet doesn't come out of that, I'm just going to be disappointed.
Oh, you're gonna be disappointed. Somebody roll 7 dice for me.
Done.
Sam, roll it.
Sam, all you.
Okay. I'll choose these ones that, I don't know. These
She's the
ones.
bad boys, please.
I tried. Don't do it good.
I bet they're gonna be so good.
I can't see.
There's one.
There's one.
There's one.
It
explodes though.
I tried real hard to whiff that.
Oh.
You just don't know how.
So,
Normally, I'm pretty good at that.
Yeah.
how much health do you have left?
3.
Oh dear.
Yep. Yeah.
All right.
It's been good. Good
You
luck
are
getting a
not.
new producer.
So here we go. You are not dead. You get hit in the shoulder and you drop.
Okay, yeah, that seems accurate. It's been a day.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I got
Now
hit with them
you are.
people.
I don't think you're knocked out or anything like that. But you are down and you are having a bad day.
Okay, yeah.
You know, you just got bit on your leg, thing got flown out, and then you got kind of like while you're in the midst of doing your magic bullshit, suddenly like you hear the shot after the fact,
Yeah.
as you're already like sitting down,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
right? So you are still up and about, but you are not at all well,
Okay.
and you would so. In order to act, you need to spend a willpower.
Okay.
And hopefully you can get fixed up.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody has any healing stuff.
Who has healing stuff?
I don't think I
Rude.
do that. I'm ghosting you.
I spent time with the first American guys, and I got some herbal medicine,
Oh, tight. All right.
so
Good-
we can do
good boy.
something, hopefully.
Well, or maybe you just get lucky.
Sweet.
All right. So, don't get hit again.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
I'll do my fucking best.
let's go to our Geist.
Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to decide which thing I want to do, because I was going to make a zombie out of that guy, but you sucked him into the void.
Sorry, you can make a zombie out of me.
No, you're not dead yet.
You're not dead
It's
yet.
debatable.
Okay,
I died of boredom because I got shot with a gun. Gross.
I think I'm mad because they shot my friend.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh man, but I'm so much better at marionette shit. Hang on 1 second.
I'm so sorry, darling. I didn't know you were there. You were doing the invisible thing. I would have left you a body.
Still in a shadow. It's okay. It's totally fine. Stigmata marionette. What does that do? Oh, that just... I control my blood, weirdly.
By the way, the guy you killed is so terrifying.
Nightmare.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, as he
Like-
digests that guy, he gets extra strength.
Ah!
And is already a stupid amount of strength. So yeah, you did good.
Okay, we're gonna go
Yikes.
first, little Miss.
'Cause you know what's gonna happen next turn.
Snowpiercer.
We ain't playing no more.
Oh no, you're
Yay.
Oh, yes, I am.
I think he's gonna hard rage
I
again.
think you will.
It could happen.
Okay. Strength plus occult plus rage. Hold, please. I have a rage thing, I think. No? Phantasmal. Stigmata. Stigmata charm. Yeah. Okay. So my mummified heart
What the?
brooch is now
Yeah.
is now bleeding mournfully.
Mournfully. Thank you.
You're welcome. So I get 1 extra for that. Okay, cool. Alright, so we're gonna roll Stigmata Rage
Oh shit. Yes.
on the Snowpiercer.
Do the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's gonna be
It's one good boy,
one. Is that really one success? One fucking success? I got
No.
1.
Tell me what the Stigmata Rage does.
Okay, Stigmata Rage, level 2. Keeps turning pages. I keep bunking this, I'm sorry. The Sin Eater can make victims bleed from their eyes and ears. In addition to the damage caused by the base attack, their victim becomes woozy and distracted.
Oh my.
Ooh, that's good.
Okay.
Every 2 points of
Sorry.
damage dealt also inflicts a -1 modifier to mental rolls for the duration of the scene. Successive
Alright.
attacks don't stack penalties. The highest penalty always applies.
Okay. And how much damage do you do? Is it just? I think it's just like your rage level plus your successes.
Okay, well, my rage level is 2 and I got 1 success.
Okay.
So that's 3.
All right. Let's go to
Dice, do better.
Little Miss.
Something.
Oh wow, that's doing
It's
kind
going to
of.
be hard to shoot at you with blood coming out of her eyeballs, though.
Amazing. I mean, you're not wrong.
All right. So, we now go back to the top of the queue. So, Charles, you're up.
We're doing it.
Get it.
Do it.
It's kind of like a modifier to the combat shifting.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna, as he's shifting into Gauru, he's gonna look at Khairyn and just say, "Run." Even though he's not sure if he can or not. So he's gonna shift to Gauru form.
All right.
So
Just gives you a weak
the first thing is Primal Fear.
Uh-huh.
Gauru force all lesser enemies, including most human spirits of lower rank and non-supernatural animals, to use the down and dirty combat. If the prey hides in a group of more powerful enemies, resolve the combat normal. In normal combat, opponents only count their dex or wits to their defense. They may not add the appropriate skill.
Okay. Oh shit.
Amazing.
Must attack and rage. Must attack each turn.
Like you weren't going to do that anyway.
Good. This is how
Active
I
opponent.
die.
Including when there are no longer any enemies.
Yeah, this is gonna be great.
We're on a boat, you guys.
It says an active.
ass
It
off.
says
You're
an
like, "You
active
fish."
opponent. Active opponent when she does not have to continue to attack. She does not have to continue to attack a crippled opponent as long as other opponents exist.
Hey,
If an
you're okay.
opponent is out of
Oh,
reach.
good.
She can move towards or throw things at the opponent. If she has no opponent, she will attack anything she can. Oh, my bad. If she does anything else, roll resolve plus composure or fall into the hard rage.
Right.
Nice. Also,
Cool.
quick question: does Snowpiercer does she have blood? Does she actually bleed from
Does
her
she
eyes?
bleed ice?
Is it just like?
Oh no,
Water?
I think she bleeds. I think she totally bleeds ice.
Is she
Like,
no one
out
makes
of
me
her-
bleed my own blood?
Yeah.
No, that's just what she's filled with.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I think it's red icicles come out of her eyes and her ears.
Oh, that's.
It's not as good.
I think
I'm pretty bored
that's
by
it.
this, if I'm being totally honest. I don't want to die. Not like this. You're fucking the worst. You're just a pile of cliches. Honestly, I'm just disappointed in myself.
All right. So you are attacking Miss Bleedy Eyes Snowskin.
Yeah.
She is woozy and distracted.
She's
Now it's
woozy.
the time.
Bleedy
She
eyes,
is.
no skin, can't lose. Here we go. Oh my god, so many dice. It's so many.
That's a lot. Of
Goddamn
But
dice.
it's not as many as last time, guys.
Okay. It'll
that a
do.
9?
That's a 9.
Yeah.
That'll do, pig. That'll do. 4.
You got 4. What is your damage with your claws in Garu form? Your teeth and claws?
11.
11 damage? What? So you're
It's
doing...
strength is 6 plus this.
Oh, no, it's just whatever it says there. That
Oh, it's plus
number.
2.
So plus 2 added to those 4 is 6.
Okay.
I was like, whoa, you do 13 damage?
Fight them both.
Whoa!
That's what we're doing.
Well,
Amazing.
how do you want to kill Miss Snowskin? Like, I'm just gonna let you decide how this goes. She's woozy and distracted. She's bleeding from her eyes and her ears. She just shot, your friend that.
We're not playing around. He just grabs her by the neck and rips her head off.
Amazing.
Yes. Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And you're so terrifying right now.
Yeah.
You're what, like 8 feet tall? Something like that?
Amazing.
7 feet tall? In your...
I'm gonna say 8 feet tall because I want to be taller than Nick.
Perfect.
Oh,
Probably
I didn't say... So, I think Nick, because he did all that cool stuff, Oats, he was actually, taken to be in a ticker tape parade. And they want to interview him and everything because, he's stoked and he's stoked and they're like... I actually wrote down the newspaper's hero stokes for hours to reach Titanic and giant pluck survivors from icy death.
Aw,
And
that's
so-
perfect.
So cute.
Yeah.
Perfectly cromulent
Yeah,
solution
isn't
for
it
where
good?
he is right now.
Yeah, he's out having a ticker tape parade.
Aw.
And while Charles rips some woman's head off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like the same thing.
How long
So-
do zombies last?
He's in this
I don't know, as long
form
as you want.
for
Until they rot away, I guess.
Okay.
So I guess he's in this form for 6 rounds.
Unless you decide to end it early, I guess. I don't know. Do you want to end it?
I mean, I guess it would be on the next turn.
I think if you end it, if you don't end it, you definitely are going to go into the hard rage.
Well, because I feel like it would be resolve plus composure to try to end it.
Sure, we can do that next turn when you try. All right.
Are there any more of the other boys?
There are 2 Briarwolves left
Yeah, 2 yuck boys.
that are right behind you.
Are they lesser enemies than me?
They are technically hobgoblins.
Oh, gross. Good.
So are they lesser
Yeah.
enemies than me?
You're better than a hobgoblin.
They're
100%.
they are supernatural. They're supernatural creatures.
Because it says including most human spirits of lower rank and non-supernatural animals.
Right. And these are supernatural animals. So I don't think
Okay.
I think they are flipped out by you, but they're not suddenly running away.
Because
If
I
they're-
feel like they know their place right now. That they're like, oh shit.
Pee on them. Pee on them.
Yeah, I think they kind of do.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Roll to pee on them.
Let me see. That's
This is a suggestion.
somebody roll for me 5 dice.
I did too good last time.
Okay.
What is this?
That was too good too.
It's too good. I'm sorry. It's 2 successes. 3 successes. Nope, 2 successes.
2 successes. they are hesitating, but they also like. Actually, you know what it is they focus on you. Like they were looking at Khairyn, like we're gonna eat the shit out of that. And now they're looking at you going, oh my god, there is the epitome of death on wheels right in front of us. That is what we need to take care of. Okay. So yeah, now you have managed to shift focus by being.
I forgot to do that.
Holy fuck! What do you forget to do?
No, I'll just do it next turn.
All right. What are the Werewolves at? It is now their turn. So the two Werewolves are going to attack our friend
Not
over
Charles.
there. Charles, yeah.
Charles!
From behind, because that's how they roll.
Gross.
You have like two. You know, your wolf senses are like Spidey senses, but supernatural and bitey. They're bitey senses, so you know these things are coming at you. So you're not taken unawares. But they are going to go after you. What is your defense?
Is 6.
Okay. So if I can get somebody to roll 2 sets of 3.
Sure.
There you go. Get
I
him.
got it.
Oh no! Roll 3 and then roll the other 3.
Oh, okay.
Yay!
Start all over.
We'll do it
Sorry.
again. Roll 3. 1.
Okay.
Okay, and then the other set.
Don't do it. Good job!
None.
1 and none.
So, from behind you, the 2 Direwolves, as one, kind of like jump forward and leap as the blood is still coming out of the Snow Queen, and you know they're there. So as you turn around, like the first one that, like the direction you turn around, you basically bat away, and then the other one managed to like bite onto your shoulder before it gets flung off.
Okay.
And you take 2 lethal damage.
Okay.
No.
No, that's fine.
It's fine. You're about to find out why.
Okay, cool.
Is it my turn?
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Is it my turn?
Oh,
Wait,
yes, it is
yeah,
your
you
turn.
Go first. I'm sorry.
Yes,
Hey, you're good.
it's your
You're
turn.
excited and I'm proud of you.
I keep thinking you go first for some reason, but you don't.
No, I just get
So,
attacked
yes.
first. Okay, so if I want to do something, I have to burn a willpower?
Yep.
Alright, well, let's burn a willpower. And I would like...
What?
I'm very, very disappointed in the Snow Queen.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still pretty confused as to why she attacked me. And I would like to find out why. So, I'm assuming you didn't, like, discard the head you ripped from her body, Charles.
I mean, it's probably crushed big time.
That's fine, as long as it's
Yeah.
roughly there. And I want to cast a spell to reverse time in a little bubble so that the head, like, comes, like, uncrushes, comes back. And I want to lean in and have a quick conversation.
Yes.
Letting her know that she's
Yes.
already dead.
Of course you can. I mean, you need roll for it, but yes, of course you can. This is amazing, and I love you.
So disappointed. I have to share my contempt with... Oh, God. All right, that's 1. But I still get to roll 3 more. That was a really bad roll. 2... Okay, 2 successes.
Okay.
Beans. That's
You get, you're going to get to basically, like, ask 2 questions.
Yeah, good.
So,
Yeah. Just very quickly, I want you to know, in case you were wondering what that echo is, you are aware that you're already dead. Do you see that lovely gentleman right there? He ripped your head off. So, we only have a quick moment. Oh, sorry, go ahead. Take a breath.
She's looking over at the Garu form, and it's just like, this was not in the brochure.
And it's unfortunate, but you don't have to spend so much time looking. He will be the last thing you see. Just wanted to say that. So if you would indulge me, my darling. Why did you shoot me with a fucking gun?
You are the enemy of the people. That they come and take us away, and we need to stop them by getting rid of you. And your friend Tasha is fighting us, and she brought you in.
Okay. Well, I am sorry that you died in vain. I was going to have a second question, but I don't care. So, would you like a candy? And she reaches into her bag and offers her... Actually, no. You shot me with a fucking gun. And she just pops it in her mouth and waves the bubble of magic away. And it, without you being there, it re-happens at, the neck detaches and scoots across the ground and then gets crushed.
Yeah.
She's eating a candy. And then she sits back, deeply in shock. Because she shot me with a gun. That rude bitch. And that's my turn. Please deal with the other handy boys.
Yeah. Okay. I would like... We're just gonna go keep with the rage theme here.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
We're good at range on this side of the table.
Yay! So much rage. Okay, so I'm gonna use my tear-stained charm, which is a tiny bogwoods skeleton.
It's all a nightmare.
Found among the Celtic bog mummies, which emits a creeping fog and the occasional shriek. Bog mummy, take the wheel.
Wow.
Oh my god. It's so good. I hate it.
And we're gonna use some tear-stained rage.
All right.
1, 2 for strength, plus key skill is...
So good.
What's my key skill here, really? Is it a cult? Yep. Plus my rage rating is 2. Okay. Cool. Here we go, you guys. It's gonna be fine.
Ooh, that's
Okay,
cute.
that's gonna be 1, 2, 3.
Good job.
3 successes.
Mm-hmm.
Tear-stained rage. Victims of the tear-stained rage feel their lungs fill with brackish water. In addition to damage, the tear-stained rage inflicts a penalty to physical rolls equal to the Sin Eater's rage rating for the duration of the scene.
I hate it. It's so good.
At higher levels of this
We're
power,
assholes.
actual water, cold and brackish, sometimes salty, sometimes choked with weeds, coalesces in the victim's body, pours out of their nose and mouth, or even runs from their tear duct.
Oh,
my God.
I love it so much.
Thank goodness they have so many fingers to wipe away these brackish tears.
And hold on. Oh, weed out of my
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh my God.
For flavor, can it be peat?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. And in fact,
Yay.
brackish, horrible,
Just
peat
peat
is
bog water.
coming out of one of the Werewolf's eyes and eye.
Yeah.
Because it's got to have tear ducts in the mouth for the eye,
Yeah.
right? So it goes on, and it's coughing up, and it's horrible and terrible. And there's actually bog plants rip out through its eyes, and it starts bleeding. I think one eye actually has eye goo coming out, which is the damage it takes.
Oh my God. Sir Khairyn is in shock on the side going, did someone pour some scotch? It smells lovely.
Gross things are happening. Grace must be here. Because I'm still in the
Yeah.
hanging out with each other, weird shit happen.
Oh, Charles and Grace. Good. This is good. No, this is bad. I thought I was going to be the weird one, but no. Good to know. I hope I die.
How weird would that be?
Yeah. She'll make good use of the meat. That's fun.
All right. So
Make a nice bolero
Now.
jacket.
we go back to Charles, who.
So, because I'm in Gauru form, I automatically heal all lethal and bashing damage at the beginning of the turn.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's so good.
Yeah.
You're the best boy.
And I actually looked at my moon gifts, everybody, and the second one is battle as a crucible. The Rahu must be tough enough to stand up against even the very worst foe can offer and deliver a killing blow in return. So duration is permanent.
Mm-hmm.
The Rahu adds its purity renown to its health, gaining extra points of health each time he increases its purity. So now I have 11 health boxes.
Oh,
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
which you automatically heal every turn this for.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Into it. About it.
This is why we call you Yojimbo.
And and I actually have plus 4 more because I'm in Gauru, so I actually have 15.
Ridiculous. This is very good.
You're indestructible.
My moon
basically.
gift is just watching chocolate and crying. a lot.
So
That's a period.
is there only
I gotcha.
Yeah.
is there only one left?
No, there are 2 left. There's one that is not at all well, who is
Not at
busy
all
like
well.
hacking up peat and crying peat through its eye ducts. And then there's the other one that just kind of bit you on the shoulder.
He wants to play.
That poor,
One is drowning on dry land.
that poor
Sorry
bastard.
about it.
That's so fucking good.
Yeah, do you just keep that up and he just continues to choke? Is that how that works?
I don't know.
I mean, I don't hate that, but
Yeah, I mean, the penalty to the physical roll is for the duration of the scene.
oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
I think I can do it again and make it worse,
Mm-hmm.
but he's just sort
Yeah.
of drowning a little for now.
Right.
It's like a pitter patter of water.
Yeah.
Okay. So you
I'm going to
now
spend an essence.
for what?
Killer Instinct.
What does that do?
The Rahu is a moon-forged killer. This facet brings its deadly instincts to the fore. 1 essence, reflexive, 1 scene. The Rahu benefits from the 8 again rule on brawl and weaponry dice for the duration of the scene.
Amazing.
So
I hate none
this
of this.
this Werewolf actually is aware of you and is ready to fight. So you need to reduce your dice pool by its defense, which is 6. But you have 8 again. Which means literally any success that you roll, you get to roll again.
Yay!
None.
No, there's one. There's a 9.
3.
3, 4,
Oh.
5.
Keep that one good die away from the rest. He's the best boy.
No,
So-
they're all commingling to be the best
okay.
boys.
That
Okay, I
is
respect that.
give
you
it
gotta
everyone's tips.
focus on cheating your dice.
I respect that.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
so that's an exceptional success. What is it that you're trying to do? Like, you just want to kill him? Or just attack? Do you want to, like, grapple and bite? Like, what are you going to do?
How far is the other one from us?
The other one, it's right next to you. It's just kind of like hawking up plants and peat and brackish.
Can I
horrible.
grab this one by the throat and throw it into the other one so it gets a knockdown?
I think you actually can.
He keeps hitting boys with other boys.
That's what happens when you're giant.
I've been told my whole life I've never hit a boy with. That's not true. This tracks.
Okay. Yeah, I'm absolutely going to say that you can throw that boy into the other boy. Just trying to do damage.
Yeah.
All right. So you are going to do basically 5 lethal to both of them.
Okay.
So yeah, you grab that one with your giant clawed
Mm-hmm.
Garu form hand that's about the size of its head. And like turn around and throw it at the other one. That hits, it's like, and the other one like hits it in the back of the head. And
Yes.
basically the head of one crushes the head of the other, because it's got the horrible hingy jaw, right? So that hingy jaw is a weak point. The skull of the one hits the hingy jaw of the other one, knocking the hingy jaw top off. And blood is going everywhere, and the eye stalk is like swinging around, like, oh god, as that good boy like kind of like flops around dying. And the other one is not at all well.
Yes. Sorry, Chad had a question.
So I'm going to say that one gets knocked back in the initiative, like, round to the very end, because it just got thrown.
Yeah, like you do.
Its action was being thrown. It will get up at the end.
It's already choking.
It was already.
Gotta think about it.
The choking one is now dead.
Oh, okay, choking guy is
The
dead.
thrown one knocked off the top of choking guy's head.
Like
Perfect.
you do.
That would make a lovely hat.
Or a bowl.
Oh yeah, or a bowl.
You can put candy in it. A candy dish.
I would do that. I would do that.
I feel some sort of kinship because they're slightly wolfish. It's kind of messed up. Maybe a little bit. Maybe what happens if they were wolves in their past life and then they got distorted by the evilness of wherever they came from?
Oh, that's so sweet.
So we got to give them some sort of respect while I'm killing them.
Okay, please kill them very well, though.
Fair enough.
So, snack mage.
Yeah. Let's talk about how I can unfuck my situation. Is there anything I can do? Can I heal myself with magic?
Well, you can time yourself back to before you were hurt.
Yeah, okay, that was my question. I would like to undo, just control Z that bullet. Yeah. So she's just gonna, I'm gonna burn a willpower.
Yo, this ain't demigods.
Oh, and you can also spend a willpower to get an extra, like, I think it's like 3 dice to it's like 2 or 3
Sure,
dice.
yeah, 10
Yeah.
dice. She gets extra 10 dice.
Yeah. So she's just looking at the bullet wound and went, this was poorly timed. Let's try that again. And snaps her fingers and is going to try to, like, bullet, come back, and make my shoulder normal again, because this is annoying.
All right.
So,
roll your stuff.
Yeah, cool.
And you're...
my normal 11. All right. I rolled
10.
Yeah.
10.
Oh shit! Good job, guy. All right. Well, the other ones suck. All right. So that's 2. Did that do anything? Nope. So we're still at 2, and I roll 3 more. Yeah, I'm just rolling really bad. 2 successes.
Well, 2 successes is enough to get back to where that bullet came in. And there's
Yep.
and the bullet falls down.
Cool.
And you can see actually, like, on the back of the bullet, because it's like not deformed because it hasn't hit you. It literally hasn't hit you. On the back of it is like this weird, like, 8-pointed star with a D in the middle of it.
Cool. Sweet.
And you can see that because it pulls out and is, like, in front of you, because it's like the slowly, like, this is the trajectory it was on, and then it just kind of, like, falls down in front of you.
Nice. She picks it up and, like, now is eating her candy vigorously, like, friends! Grace, where are you? Grace! No? Nothing? Okay, that's fine.
Still invisible. Hold, please.
That's the end of her
You
turn.
just hear that like on the wind. So
Good, very good. Nice job with the peat. It's a nightmare.
You just hear the like Pete skeleton just shriek menacingly from the shadows. Just, ah!
Oh, I love it so much. I love it so much.
Oh my
This is
God.
the best.
It's so good.
It's just a charm like this big, but it has like a full size screen.
Ah, good. You brought Kevin. Good.
His name is now Kevin.
Nice.
So good.
All right. Well, that was me.
All right. That was a good use.
Yeah.
That was good. Yeah. You are now no longer dying.
Cool.
Yay.
That was so bad.
So, normally if you did something like that, that's very, like, vulgar. It's obviously magic.
Yeah.
If there were people around, you'd get a metric fuck ton of paradox.
Okay.
But there's only magical, like, people around at this moment. So you can do magical shit and nobody cares.
Don't tell anyone. Normal. I was doing magic.
You're not really paying attention.
Yeah,
A lot of snarling.
yeah. Charles, you've gotten taller since we last met. Not how you've grown.
Well, you're a time mage. You may have been around for a long time.
Yeah, I respect. But he's taller than he was last time. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting shorter.
All right. Miss Geist,
Yes.
what we got going on?
Okay, so there's one.
One poor
One
little
poor-
like shell-shocked briar wolf left.
Yeah.
Poor little skull's kind of dented in a little bit from the like head-to-head collision that happened that knocked off his friend's top of his head.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are these briar wolves smaller than a moose?
Yes.
Okay.
How specific. I look forward to
I would
this
hope
right
so,
now.
because mooses are fucking gigantic.
Just making sure. I have my limits.
Antlered swamp cow.
It's way bigger than a cow.
I've never
Those
seen
things are
one.
Fucking
Really?
huge. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I want to see one.
I've only seen a drunk one.
You've seen a drunk moose in person?
Yes. Yeah, it was breaking my friend's barn. Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna raise the other one from the dead and make it fight its buddy.
All right.
Oh my god. Yes,
Okay.
yes, good.
That's 1, 2, 3. Let's roll this good boy again.
Come on, good boy. Be even better.
4.
Yeah!
Four.
4 successes, and the corpse has been dead for less than a day, so I get +2.
Oh, so you get rolled 2 more dice?
Oh.
Excellent.
I like to just. Yes.
Okay.
Good.
Satisfactory.
Nope.
Nah.
Didn't help. Still 4. But I got 4 successes.
That will do.
Yep.
What is it?
I get to raise the dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I can control an animal up to a size 10, which is a moose.
I can learn to
What
understand
that
you
last
much better if
episode.
I can.
While directing the zombie pet's action, I can take no other actions. So that's
Okay.
fine. I'm just going to hang out in this shadow and make this dead briar wolf fight his buddy.
Go for it. Is there anything else that happens because of levels?
Let's see.
Because you have
Oh,
multiple levels
I have-
of... This is the marionette, right?
Yeah, I have it at 3. Activation roll will maintain the zombie for 1 scene. That answers my earlier question.
Okay.
Once I get up to 4, it lasts 1 hour per activation success.
Oh, shit.
Neat.
Okay, okay, cool. I am looking at that now, and yes, you get to, like, fucking murder bullshit.
Yeah. So he doesn't have most of his head, but he's still got claws.
Yeah.
So I think he's just gonna, like, windmill go to town.
Okay, so you get to roll its attack then. So roll.
Oh, sweet.
Go ahead and roll 10 dice for me.
Okay.
Jesus.
10. Take
Because
one of these.
little friendly buddy is not expecting other friendly buddy to get up and headbutt it, eye-butt it, like
Yeah.
hand claw it.
One,
There we
2,
go.
3, 4, 5 successes.
Yeah.
So, half head boy jumps back up on its like hand feet
I hate you describing him every time.
Yeah.
I do.
and like bounds forward to like the one is like getting up, bounds forward and puts its like the hand feet into its eyes and rips back, and then has a leg hand feet come around and grab its tongue eye and rip
God.
that off
Yeah.
as it starts to
Go for
just
the
like
eyes. Good boy.
beat it with its own eye tongue. And blood's going everywhere, and it's horrible.
Khairyn's trying to put the bullet back in for now. Like, no. Dead is better.
You just hear it. You're welcome from the shadow.
I just scream like you're bucking.
It's okay. I've got one. I've got control of that one.
So, it is now about time for time to start coming back to normal.
Oh, yeah. Gentlemen.
Now the flag is waving, the engine is churning, and all of that, and there's awful everywhere.
Yeah, literally.
What do you do?
I'm just gonna start nudging some entrails off the side of the boat.
Glad I'm invisible.
While eyeing the two gentlemen with, what, a crowbar? Yes. Oh no, please don't hit me.
Yeah, what happened to the crowbar guys? Did they go-
They're there. They're now there looking at you. One guy's got a crowbar, the other guy's got like a fucking iron pipe or like a lead pipe, and they're like, yeah!
Mm-hmm. Oh no.
Well,
What?
They get lunacy, right?
Yeah.
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 Oh shit, they flipped the fuck out.
Yeah. No, don't scream.
So my next turn, I'm gonna go after him because I'm still pissed.
Yeah. No. You're gonna you get to chase them.
Yeah.
Can I just do the look at me? Don't look at the thing about to kill you. Oh no! I'm so scared. I just want you to have a moment before you die. Run. You should run.
Good question. Is this still the same scene?
Yes, it is still the same scene. It is.
I got a zombie.
Are you gonna ride around on it?
Oh, maybe in a minute. It's got murder to do first.
Yeah.
See, I'm just gonna let that happen. You do you.
These guys with the weapons are menacing Khairyn,
Yeah.
who's just been shot.
I'm shot, but thank you.
Rude.
I'm gonna do this as down and dirty combat because these folks are not a real threat to any of you now that one of you is not
Because it is
on the verge of death.
Because I'm in Gauru.
Oh yeah, you're automatically down dirty combat with them. So down dirty combat, you just roll your dice pool. If you succeed by a lot, they die a lot.
Oh, okay.
So
I want to roll to use
Juice.
fate to just make it harder for him to. I just want to give Charles a challenge. You rolled so many successes.
You can curse him if you want.
That would be assholey.
No, I'm just trying.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops.
That one wasn't off. You have to roll it again. Oh damn it! I wanted them to be better.
7.
7. All right, and roll 10 dice for your zombie.
Hate again is the
That's
best.
my favorite sentence all day.
10 dice for your zombie.
I love this game.
Good.
Oh, my zombie's tired.
Oh, he's a sad boy.
Yeah, he didn't get any successes.
Oh no! Well, basically, what your zombie did is he herded them
Oh wait, no, that's one.
to the horribleness that is a werewolf in Garu
Oh
form.
yeah, he lurched at them like.
They're like, what do we do? And then like they get ripped apart from behind them.
Yeah.
Because like Garu, even though they're massive, they're also the ultimate hunting entity. So like they're also silent as fuck when they want to be, and then they rip you apart, and then they rip you apart. So basically, there were 8 of these guys who were like backing up. There are like 2 of them, but there are like 6 other ones who are like ready to ambush or make sure something didn't happen or whatever. That are all just turning into just
They went
red
through the
mist.
meat shredder.
Yeah.
Wait, I just want to roll one. I want to make one trip on some blood right as you're pouncing, just so you have to. I just want to give you like a little bit more of a fight. I just want to make it good for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for me right now.
No, you need to burn off some energy. I don't do it. It's fine.
That's a 10.
Oh, that's a 10. All right, that's one success. All right. I tried. It's fine.
Yeah, so you
Go
you have
quietly.
1 success less and murder all of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it becomes a little bit more. You have to actually chase a few of them rather than just like ripping one apart and beating the other 4 to death with the half of the body you have left.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so you just like throw it and like knock one
Yeah.
off of the side of the boat. Well,
This looks like a long haul ship. I'm sure you've been pent up for days. I just want to
Yeah.
get you to stretch
Yeah.
your legs.
yeah, it is.
How long has it been?
Let's try and that's been that was 3 rounds, right? Or 4 rounds. Was it 4 rounds? 4 rounds. And then this is How many rounds do you get?
6.
That's rough, bro. I don't know if I could call this more than 3 rounds, but it might be... Roll composure, resolve plus composure. Just roll it for me. Because either way, you have to end it. Either you're ending it early or you're ending it late.
3.
Oh, yeah. No, you're good. You, like, run right before you lose control. You, like, back into human form. Or into wolf form, whichever one you want.
He'll go to Urhan, because that's super... Oh, that's... No, Urshal. He'll go to the direwolf.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. So, you're good.
Yeah.
With 3 successes, yeah. You're good.
Nice.
So,
Okay.
now,
Don't make a mess.
there you go.
He's,
I was yelling at Charles.
yeah. He's been not paying attention to her.
That's fair.
All right.
Are there a bunch of ghosts just floating about here now because we just killed a bunch of people?
Yes.
Can I eat them?
Yes.
Yay!
So you can get back. I don't know if you're spending plasma to do all your stuff because you probably should be.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
you get that plasma back at this point.
So some
shit.
of my abilities call for me to use plasm.
Or
but-
plasm.
Yeah, but not all of them. It looks like shroud, yes. Rage. Oh yes. Okay. So I think I would have used like 4, but we've
Okay.
got easily 4 ghosts here.
Yeah. So just
So-
eat them up.
Yeah.
Those ghosts.
So you see
Those ghosts.
Grace step out of the shadows, and she's like, "I'm Minuten bitte," and just
Yes.
just like you just see her stuffing stuff you can't see directly into her gullet.
Yeah. You see them. They are screaming, "Ah! Ah!" as you eat them alive, quote unquote.
Yeah.
But nobody else sees that horribleness but you.
Yeah. I do want to leave at least one
Oh yeah. No. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
so that I can find it just to have a ghost buddy for a little while because I want to
shit.
see how this works. Stigmata marionette.
I just realized I gave up on a bunch of merits to get extra gnosis, and I wasn't rolling. It's fine. I didn't have enough dice, and I liked her being kind of like a little doof today. This is fine.
What was the extra gnosis that you didn't get?
I gave up like 10 of my merit points to get extra gnosis.
Oh, so you should have 2 more.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oops.
why don't you put that in?
You know what? We're gonna go climbing in a day or 2. I'm gonna make you go with me through
Yeah.
this.
Well,
you're
just put it in now,
Yeah,
and then
right.
just to remind ourselves, and then we'll go climbing and we'll try and
Yeah.
figure that shit out.
So I was like, why don't I have any? Oh, I did this thing. I even had an arrow to it. It's like you did this for a reason. Forgot.
Okay, I want to bind a ghost so I
Okay.
can ask it questions and make it do stuff.
All right.
Probably Werewolf or one of the dudes with the crowbars were probably just jerks, random jerks.
Can you bind the lady's ghost?
Oh yeah. Can I? Does that work on her? Is her
Mm.
ghost around?
Hey,
I don't think she's around.
Is she like made of snow?
Like the physical body
Mm-hmm.
is not made of
Okay.
people.
Okay.
It is what if it was people at one point has been transmogrified.
Okay.
But yeah, it is like bones of ice and like
Cool.
bullshit like that.
Okay, but she's just gonna while you guys are doing whatever you're doing, she's talking to no one in particular about trying a thing in Baltimore called an egg custard snow ice. And it's like, yeah, and it was really good, and it was just on that.
Oh, she's totally made of snow.
Yeah. And she's like, cannot tell if this is your bad. I'm just gonna... she's gonna take a little bit of the lady and eat her.
Okay.
But,
I think it's delicious.
all right, well, that's awakened something in me, and I'm upset about it. Good.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
You're not the only cannibal,
Yeah.
Mr. Charles.
I'm not a cannibal. I'm not eating my own kind.
I mean,
true.
technically I'm not either, so...
Oh yeah, there you go.
She's just walking around in the air going, I don't know what she's eating.
Okay, so I got 6 successes
Yeah.
Good.
to
More.
make a ghost do what I want it to do,
All right.
basically. So at Stigmata Marion at level 2, I can basically tell a ghost to just like hang out with me.
Oh, I think you say get in your belly.
Get in my belly.
Go wherever I want. And then at 3, which I also have, I can issue commands to it.
Okay.
Rolling manipulation plus intimidation plus my activation successes, which were 6, opposed by the ghost's resistance. So I'm going to take one of those sweet Werewolf buddies as like a valet for the evening.
All right. You got it.
Oh my god.
I mean, you're gonna get into port like in maybe half a day. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you could speed it up if you wanted to, but I mean, you totally have a valet.
Yeah. I also just want to like, teach it a lesson. Like, hey, don't go trying to kill people. Look what happens. You die and then you have to be a servant. Now, let's go frighten those society ladies in the ballroom.
I don't know what she's talking to. No, I do. I do. Okay. Well, hello.
It's on board.
Okay.
Yeah.
Khairyn,
Hi.
your wound is looking much better.
Yeah, thank you.
It
I
re-
didn't undo the bite mark. It's a ruined suit again. That's fine.
How big is the area?
That you're in,
Yeah.
the stern is quite large. I mean, it's probably like 50 by 60.
He's just basically like patrolling the area.
Mm-hmm.
And then after he's done doing that, not sensing anything else, he kind of like bites her hand and starts like not like
Yeah.
like kind of like not like a playful bite, but
But like you grab it.
yeah. And then he starts walking her to his room.
Okay. All right. Okay.
We should probably get away from here.
Respect. Fair enough. I don't have a room here. I don't know where we're going.
My rooms are large enough for the both of us.
Honestly, bless you.
Stay with me.
Sweet. Thank you. Thank you for killing everyone. That was a weird thing to walk onto the boat to.
You did walk onto the boat, didn't you?
I was on a completely different ship. In Cairo.
Oh, that's where we're going.
Oh, good. I'm glad I'm not losing any. Now I've lost time. This was a mistake, and I should have stayed where I was.
Yeah, this boat has been... I met the ghost of the Titanic yesterday. Or whichever day that was.
Oh, that unsinkable ship. Has the news gotten to him?
Oh, the
Oh,
Titanic sank!
To you, yes, it has. Absolutely.
shit,
in
okay.
Istanbul? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
It-
that ship that went down like a day ago.
Yeah, we rescued some of the people. A lot of them died.
Oh, yeah. That's where Oats is. I heard he's a...
Yes, he was on the boat with us. We
saved
got there
so many people.
very quickly. Yes, the Titanic itself died. It was very confused.
Hold
Poor
on.
little dear.
Our ship's alive.
That one was.
Is the ship alive?
This one, I don't think so.
All right. Well, I know you said that. I'm just not super confident in that answer. I am sorry, ship. Thank you. Okay. Continuing.
I had to teach it how to be a ghost. It didn't even know how to ghost.
I have
He
missed
lets go of her
you.
hand and just like trots ahead like, he doesn't need to hear this.
Ellen was very pleased about the whole business.
Oh, goodness. Ellen, that's still a thing, isn't it? Ah, good.
Yep,
Good.
she's right behind you.
Nope, not going to turn around. That's rule 1. Yeah.
She's glad to see you. I can tell by the smile.
Oh, no, Ellen. Stop. Please have no feelings about me, please.
She stopped smiling.
Oh, no. Oh, nope. Nope, she's not pleased to see you, actually. Never mind. I think she was pleased about the carnage.
Well, no, that's actually kind of rude. Do you want a candy?
Oh, I do. I'm a little full, but I have room for candy always.
Oh, did you eat the dead spirits?
Yes, I did.
Okay,
Thank
good.
you. They were delicious.
Nice. I definitely have some peanut butter in here if you want any, Charles. Charles. He jogs away so quickly.
He's like, why do I keep saving her?
Okay.
So, night turns into day, if you guys are, I mean, do you guys last for an extra bed? Are you going to crash on the couch? I mean, these suites are like 3 bedrooms. I mean, or 3 rooms. I mean, they're huge. They're the size of, like, a large apartment.
Oh, nice.
I mean, I don't really sleep, so Khairyn can have, I'll give Khairyn my bed.
That's so sweet to be
Because I'm going to take my new Werewolf buddy and go and terrify the society ladies in the ballroom.
That's amazing.
That's amazing.
That's so
yes,
good.
you are. Yes, you are. Is there a creepy roll I can do? Like, I want to do this so
cult.
bad. Yeah, do a cult.
I have a cult.
And
Persuasion? Or manipulation is the same.
yeah, either one of those. Yeah, manipulation. Do a cult plus manipulation, and
Okay.
just. And you got how many successes for this wolf?
6.
Yeah, well, you put in 6 more dice.
Yeah!
Yay!
Just do the thing. Make
Creepiest
it
thing
horrible.
I've ever seen.
It's a good use of a enslaved ghost.
Yeah!
Clutch
Use
their
it for
pearls
parlor
straight
tricks.
up.
Parlor tricks and party games.
Yeah! Party games, Werewolf.
Let's see. That's a 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see.
Come on, do it again.
Ah,
6. Yeah!
6. All right.
Successes.
That is an exceptional
And the
success.
company goes out of business.
You can do whatever you want. Like, what is it that you want to happen here?
Yes.
Just tell me what you want to have happen with the ghosty thing.
So, I want her to just kind of start off like the regular seance they're kind of used to on this voyage.
Uh-huh.
I'm assuming it's a new crop of ladies since they went back to port and came back out again, maybe?
No, I think it's the
same
same.
ones?
It's,
Okay.
it's a lot of the same ones. There might be a few other ones, but
Okay.
like they all had to go somewhere.
Yes.
So, like, maybe you have, like, out of this, you had 7 for your seance, or was it 8?
I think it's 7.
7.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you have, like, 5 repeats, and then 2 women who just don't know what to expect.
They weren't ready. That's
But
so good.
they've been told that you're, like, really good.
Okay. So she'll start off with like some like table levitating and like moving objects and whatnot. And then
Because your ghosty is doing all of that.
yeah, I'm just having him do all of that.
He has so many hands to be helpful with.
And then I can put ghosts in stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like people?
Yeah.
Yes! So I want one of the newbie ladies, whichever one.
Called possession.
Yeah. Whichever one seems the most, like, freaked out. Yep.
All right.
Werewolf's going in there, and then he's just gonna, like, puppet her. Have her, like, leap up on the table on all 4s.
Oh, I don't Yes, I'm so glad they have hand feet now.
Go full possessed Vanessa
It's not
eyes.
your fuel.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Analyze the shit out of these ladies.
Nice.
Oh my god. So good.
They are. Somebody just roll 1 die for me, just for shits and giggles.
Wow.
What's the number on it?
5.
5. So 5 of them cannot deal. And then there is the one that has been possessed this whole time, who has been like trying to distend her mouth.
Oh,
I
no.
can't.
And then one woman who thinks this is the best thing she's ever seen in her entire life.
Yeah.
She's like the 17-year-old dilettante that has never done anything before. And is
Yes.
like, this is amazing. Teach me your ways, Jedi Master.
Oh my god. She's just 1 century early from like Hot Topic golf.
Yeah.
That lady, I'm gonna stay up drinking with her.
All right.
Yeah.
As the other lady's like, still like walking around on
Running
hand
up the
feet.
walls.
Oh my god.
It's left to its own devices.
No. Nope. I hate it. So
She'll be fine in the morning. She'll be like a bad hangover.
Sore hands. All right.
It's so good.
Oh, that was
As Charles
entertaining.
gets back to the room, he orders room service. I'm sure he's super duper hungry.
Oh, super
I will
hungry.
order you whatever you want, my darling. You're so good at killing.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. I treasure you. And I'm resisting all of my urges to scratch you behind your ears because I know you don't like it. But your coat is looking very lustrous. I just want to ask if you're eating more eggs, because that's what works for my horses. I'm sorry. I'm going to stop talking now.
I love how posh you are. Like super posh.
Tries. This is a tiny lady.
Cake.
Yes, please. Thank you.
So, night turns into morning, turns into afternoon, turns into the Carpathia, finally coming into Cairo. And as it is at this time, like a large, like transatlantic, like cruiser coming in is a huge deal. There, like tons of people, like on the waterfront, like waving and cheering, etc. There isn't like a brass band or anything because it's Cairo.
Yeah.
But there is like a lot of like pomp and circumstance for this. I mean, like everybody like on the waterfront is coming to see this giant ship. Whereas the Carpathia might come to Cairo twice a year, and ships like it might come, once every like couple months or so. So it's a huge deal.
Nice.
Dun, 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 except not. So. Waiting for you guys on the waterfront. I assume you guys get your luggage or not.
Yeah, I don't have any of my stuff. It's
As the case may be.
That's fine. It's somewhere.
Yes, burlap sack.
Do you still only have the one set of clothes?
No, that's Oats.
Oh, that's Oats. Good. Well, good.
Yeah,
Can we get you some luggage?
I don't need luggage.
I mean, if you know what? You've earned my silence. Okay. That's my gift to you. And she looks super magnanimous and she just walks away.
There's like this look of,
It's the best I've got, my darling. I'm so sorry.
So, as you come down, your luggage is brought out. Or and then be given to you, like, where. Well, you don't have any luggage, Miss Khairyn, but the match luggage for Grace is, being trotted out and brought to
By several dudes.
by several dudes. And waiting for you is, in the flesh, Serena Pasha, who is I'd say like mid-40s Indian woman who is in a very sharp suit.
Nice.
And she has what I think all of you have been to Cairo with. I mean, she has places to stay all around the world. But she's there with her servants who are there ready to accept your baggage and her motor car.
Oh, thank God.
Fancy
It
schmancy.
is so hot.
How does she prefer to be addressed? Ms. Pasha?
I think it's Sir.
Sir Pasha. Oh,
No, it's Sir Serena.
Sir Serena.
Sir Serena.
Okay.
Or just Serena. But if you want to be formal, it's Sir Serena.
Grace wants to be formal. It's
Yeah.
what she does.
She should be Dame Serena. Fuck that. She's
Yeah,
a
I
knight.
respect it. Sweet. Sweet.
So I'll come down. I've got my parasol because it's bright.
Yeah,
here,
you're good.
And I'm, very flammable. Looking very pleased with herself after last night's shenanigans. And good morning, Sir Serena. It is lovely to see you. We've had just a fabulous voyage.
Oh, that's fantastic. I'm so glad, Grace. What? Well, I mean, I'm sure it was fantastic to save people on the Titanic. I can't wait to hear all about that.
Oh, yes. The Titanic itself followed me back to the Carpathia. It's Ghost, anyway.
Well, yeah. Do you still talk to it?
It's off gallivanting right now. I did teach it how to ghost properly, and it's off swimming.
She's like obviously mentally cataloging can get ghost Titanic.
Yeah.
Hopefully manifest and what does that mean? Like, there's
Yes.
like behind her eyes are like, okay, how can I use this to my advantage if we ever need to get out of somewhere? Oh, we'll
Brilliant.
just manifest the Titanic and drive away.
Yes. Good.
Also, you missed what might have been my best seance last night. I had 5 ladies run screaming from the ballroom.
How did you do that?
Well, there were these werewolves that we had killed on the ship, and so their ghosts were just laying around, so I couldn't eat all of them naturally. So I took one with me to the seance, and it possessed a young debutante, and it was fabulous.
Briarwolves?
Oh, yes.
What? Why were Briarwolves there?
Some snowy lady causing trouble.
Yeah, it seemed that Khairyn wasn't on our boat, and then she appeared, and then they appeared, and then we had to end them.
Come with me.
Khairyn's on the side. You're a porter once they've dropped your porters.
Yeah.
Once they've dropped off all your luggage, she's over like Mage bullying them. Like, go to the Ocean Greyhound, get my luggage, bring it here. No, I know you don't work for the boat. I don't care. You're very good at fetching luggage, and I believe in you. What's your name? So she missed all of that conversation.
Like, and she looks back over. Khairyn.
Serena, darling, hello.
Yes. Come with us, please.
I need my luggage.
Yes, it will be brought forthwith.
Okay, all right.
You are on the...
The Ocean Greyhound.
Yes.
Diverted from Istanbul for no apparent reason.
I've missed you.
I've missed you. That's just wonderful.
Well, thank you very much. I just had it made.
It's very nice. And she
Yes.
adjusts her scarves and waddles after the
Yeah.
group.
And she is, it's very cut for like that kind of like V, like I'm gonna kick your ass kind of thing.
Yeah, nice.
Like she is like in, like when she comes into a space, she kind of like takes it over.
Awesome.
And so when we get into the motor car, there's where the driver sits, and then there's where the passenger sits in back. So there are actually 2 seats. So like 2 rows of seats. So you can all like talk to each other while somebody like cranks the front of it
That's
and cranks it again, and they get it going.
These are never going to catch on, darling. I don't see it.
It's too noisy. You could just step through the shadows.
That's not a thing we can all do.
So let's talk about these briar wolves and woman made of snow.
Oh, I didn't like her, but she tasted good. Oof, that's weird. That's weird to say.
Yeah, her blood came out of her eyeballs as icicles. That was great.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anybody else?
There were some humans.
3 briar wolves.
Okay.
1 snowy
There were some
wolf.
humans. There was a
Yeah, she shot me with a
What did
bullet.
the dude with the giant mouth look like?
He looked like a 7-foot dude with a mouth that distended to his knees.
Yeah.
There was a large man with a giant mouth. He ate one of the crewmen in one bite.
Is that the thing that you threw?
Yes.
Oh, the one missing the leg?
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah.
I did see that. That was weird. I meant to follow up on that. I did not. That's my fault.
He's dead now.
Yeah.
I did
Yeah,
eat
all-
his ghost.
Oh, my goodness.
Double dead.
Oh, and yet you say so trim.
Mm-hmm.
How do you manage?
Not a lot of calories in ghosts, turns out.
Oh, I should make a switch. Eats a piece of skin.
Serena's completely nonplussed by this
Yeah,
conversation.
Good.
And it just kind of goes into her jacket pocket, pulls out a flask.
Oh, darling. That will be
Quick.
the death of you.
No, it won't. I'm sure something else will get me first.
Speaking of things getting you, I did get fatally shot with a bullet. Let me just digs through like 8 pockets, pulls out like 3 wrapped up sweets, and then grabs the whole bullet with the 8-pointed star and the D and goes,
Yeah.
"Here, does this mean anything to you?"
And grabs it, and she almost drops it.
Don't drop it.
Like-
It's mine.
So you have hung around this woman for a long time, and she is a person who commands the space around her. When something weird happens, she's like, I know what that is. And this is something where she looked and goes, oh my god.
Oh. Oh, I'm going to assume that's not because we hit a bump in the road.
This is why I called for you. I found something recently. Something that I think is really important. Driver, please go faster. Sure. You go all of like 18 miles an hour.
Oh, God, this is a death trap. She's just like holding on for dear life. Nothing has ever gone this fast before.
And you race to her estate. And she has a well-appointed house.
Good.
That is, it's one of these. It's not like a huge mansion with wings that have 12 rooms or anything like that. It's just simply a nice, normal, like 12 to 14 room townhouse.
All right. Well, I assumed you would have a pyramid, but I'm sure this would do.
British Museum owns the pyramids.
For now. Working on it.
Look for some mummy artifacts while I'm here. Maybe my bog mummy wants a friend.
I do hate that she said that. I hate it.
Yeah.
Shrieks from my belt.
You can tell from how she says it, she hates it too.
Yeah. Same little bug boy. Same.
British Museum might be part of the problem.
Oh, good. I'm very interested now. Let's talk more.
They do
So-
have a lot of artifacts.
Yeah, and they're generally
Plus wood
terrible.
steel.
So you get to she stops talking at this point.
No,
as
please
you get
don't.
as you get to the place, she's like, and basically just like you try and talk to her about it. She's like, points at you and just kind of nods.
God, I hate it. I hate it when she does that. I hate it. If we do this, I'm just going to make fun of Charles until we get there.
Quick Ellen smile check. How we doing here?
Oh, God.
Smiling.
Oh, good.
Great.
She just looks at you. This is gonna be trouble. Ellen is very pleased.
Oh, right. All right. Well, same, Ellen. Same.
I love that there's the Ellen barometer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
Like
you
she's
doing?
not like huge smile, but she's smiling.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
she likes the road you're going down.
Yep. This is gonna be a shitstorm.
Good.
Not total shitstorm, but
I hope not literally.
yeah.
But, yeah.
So you get to the house, and she just
Wait, was she quiet for the rest of the trip?
yeah.
I'm a woman of my word. And I just say, do you want to hang your head out the window? There's so many wonderful smells out there. I don't.
You are very unbearable.
I know. It's a personal failing. I'm uncomfortable with silences.
If you have snacks to eat,
I do. Do you want some?
he's like,
She's actually passing like her best candy. And they're like little pastries. I stole these from the kitchen on the boat.
excellent.
Yeah.
I love
Alright,
it.
sorry now.
Yeah, so, by the way, we are about 10 minutes away from 10. Do you want to go a little bit longer because we were a little bit less, or do you want to just start right at 10? I'm good with either of them.
How are we feeling?
I'm good with either. It's up to you guys.
How you doing?
You
You wake
have
up
a
at like
alright?
2 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right,
I'm still
cool.
getting over a cold.
We got it.
So.
Yeah.
Cool. So,
And then Oats lands in from a meteor from the moon.
I forgot to say. So, when you're getting into the place, or actually, no, there's a. I'm gonna say that this as a caveat here. There is a newspaper that is in the car with you, and the actually there are a couple, and the headlines on it was. On the first one was "Commie Giant lets Guggenheim die," and then "Freak lets 538 die on Titanic,"
Oh, that
no.
broke badly.
Well, that.
and then there's like "Titanic murderer declared guilty."
Uh-oh.
Mm.
You know, he has the worst luck.
He's not very good at people.
No.
We're gonna have to deal with that.
Poor Oats.
Oh,
Good intentions are the pathway.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. That's why we don't do nice things for people.
True.
Yeah.
just put their ghosts and stuff.
Okay, that's crazy, and I do want to know more. That's amazing.
My disquiet is like that fucking dummy. Because it's at level 2.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
nice.
At this point, since, well, by the next time, like, we play, or at this point, your disquiet has probably dropped because you haven't been around him,
Oh.
right?
Still, that.
But still, it's that fucking dummy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you have at least disquiet level 1.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah, because Prometheans, when they actually talk to humans,
Yeah.
the humans react horribly to it.
Yeah.
You shouldn't talk to
Their
humans
mistake.
when you're Promethean, yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. And so he became famous, and it turns out that's bad.
Yeah. Gotta live in the shadows. Well, we should go save him. Before pitchforks and torches.
So you get to the house, and she gets out very quickly and says, "Come with me," and just doesn't even wait for any sort of acknowledgement, and just marches into the house.
I don't have the leg span to... She's jogging. I hate adventures.
Grace is also not very tall, so she's not far ahead of me.
Nice.
Doorman opens the door. She just kind of strides in, stops at the base of the stairs, turns around. I assume, like, what's going on with Charles? Where are you?
I'm assuming he's walking next to her.
Yeah, you're right there.
Yeah, it's not like.
Your legs are as long as you want.
Yeah. But he's not like. I mean, obviously, he's not going to leave them behind.
Yeah. Well, she turns around and waits for them to catch up.
She's actively sweating. I'm here. I'm here. Oh,
Quickly.
Secret spots.
And goes up the stairs and into a library that you all know. I mean, I don't know if any of you have spent that much time there. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. But it's one of those very Victorian, like, holdover, like, libraries where it's, like, floor-to-ceiling books everywhere. And
That old slidey ladder.
That ladder.
That's a
That's all I was
sliding ladder.
thinking about.
Yeah.
I love you so much. Like, does Khairyn ride
Yeah.
that ladder?
Well, and she pulls the ladder over to a point, starts climbing up it, hits, like, above one of the books, a button, ceiling pops open, and climbs up into the ceiling.
Oh my god, this is climbing.
This makes me laugh every time. Ladies first.
Yeah, she does a real bad job. She's like getting her heels stuck on the ladder thing and like takes a break halfway up. You're gonna be there. It's gonna take you a while. Guys, I'm very sorry. I should use magic. Oh,
You should have done more walking into symbol.
Yeah, I did literally none of it. Did you know they still have? They can carry you on like a little thing. Oh, that was lovely. I hate this. I hate this, and I hate you. Just officially, and then headset.
All right. So you all get up. You're in, like, an attic area, and it's just like a fucking attic. And come with me. And takes you over to a part of the attic, pushes a button, and then the elevator goes down.
Oh, you go fuck yourself.
And goes down into a basement area. And it is like, it hits down and it's like dark and damp. And this is Cairo. You're probably relatively far down. I mean, the Nile's right here, so it gets wet when you get any like significant distance down. And it's like through like the brick laden kind of tunnel way into a what looks like a horrible laboratory that has all around the edges of it in iron cages people who have had stakes jammed through their chests. Is I don't dare take this out of here. But I found 3 weeks ago, when I first asked for you to come here, I found this. And she pulls out a 6-inch, essentially like a nail. It's not a 9-inch nail. It's a 6-inch nail.
Oh.
Fuck it, it's a 9-inch nail.
Scratch?
Now,
9.
Perfect.
I want all of you to roll your like power stat, whatever it is.
Occult?
No successes.
No successes?
Okay.
All right.
Yay! Super good.
2 successes.
2 successes.
Yes.
You roll 1. I think you have a psyche of 1.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
okay.
that's...
Just the one, then.
You got it. It's gonna be great.
Nope.
Oh, beans. It's a 9 on mine.
No.
She's
You
too busy
guys-
looking at the staked people.
Yeah, respect.
Yeah, he's like,
Where are their ghosts?
Well, no,
We
you guys
murdery.
can feel that this thing is shitty somehow. Like, it is, like, the antithesis of, like, kind of like what you are, who you are. It is just, you get a bad feeling about it. The mage, this is a fucking vortex of magic.
Oh, fine.
Yeah, I mean, it is like pure forged banality. Like that gun that you had. Oh no, how banal. It is like that concept turned into something physical.
Jesus. Okay.
And then she turns this nail, and you can see on it is that 8-pointed star with a D at the center of it.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, what is that? Can I hold it?
Yes. So, do you have like mana or something?
I don't think.
I don't know how
think
much
I'm
mana you
supposed
have.
to.
You're supposed to. Well,
Shit.
you're gonna lose a bunch.
Oh, beans. Alright, that's fair.
All right.
I had some. That was none. Got it. Ouch, my magic.
And
No.
it's like I found this in the British Museum 1 month ago.
Fuck you, I'm normal now. Ah! I think it ate my magic.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
Not. Thanks for
Um,
letting me hold it.
you need to see what it does.
Gross. I hate it. That's why that bullet hurt so much.
That is what is called in the text I can find as cold iron. And I used to think that cold iron was just iron that was forged without fire, but you
Right.
can't do that. I mean, it just seemed like maybe they used magic or something, but cold iron is the opposite of hope. And it is used only by what I can find by the Dantean, who use that symbol. The Dantean are the enemies of magic, the enemies of the supernatural, the enemies of dreams, of honor, of glory. They seek to make everything normal.
How horrible.
Have I heard of them? Oh shit. Not even in like the Atlantean histories? How old is there?
I think that word hasn't been used,
Yeah.
but there is something like the idea of, or what if there were, or maybe even a concept of this could be.
Gotcha.
Like a force, a group,
Yeah.
people, supernaturals even, like who knows, that want everything to be the same.
So someone's finally done it.
I think it's more than just someone. And I don't know what it means. But they've been coming for me.
They have, and they tried to go through us to get to you.
Yeah.
Does that have anything to do with the people you've staked?
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't call
Unrelated, good.
I wouldn't call them people.
Rude, but fine.
You have no idea.
I go over. I'm not going to touch the nail, but I'm going to take a look at it and just like look up at Ellen. What do you think about this?
You've never seen her frown before.
Oh shit.
Oh.
And like her eyes are wide. Not like I'm scared, but I hate it and I don't want it near me.
Well, Ellen hates it.
Yeah, Ellen's got some fucking sense. You made me swear. I hate this.
She's never frowned before. Points at what something you can't see.
I can't. I assume I'd be able to see it if I wasn't rendered a normal human all of a sudden. I'm assuming I'm no longer a mage. No, I am. It's fine. It's just I'm very upset. This is a nightmare, and I don't know what to do.
Yes, it's a nightmare, and I don't know what to do, because I think the Dantean are not trying to just kill us. I think they are trying to kill the idea amongst everyone of things might be better.
Well, that's the worst goal I've ever heard.
Yeah. I don't know why anyone would do that, but I think we need to find out. It's not important to just defeat somebody or something. I have no idea. But we need to know why.
Agreed.
So, happy tidings. How about some lunch?
Lunch sounds great. Where in the British Museum did you find this?
It's funny, I found it in a locker.
A locker?
Like, not even in a...
Like a workman's locker?
Like
She
someone
says
who
with
works...
disdain.
Yes. Like, not in... the British Museum has stolen thousands upon thousands of artifacts from around the world and crates them up and stores them in nowhere.
Yeah.
And then ships them to Britain where they get stored in nowhere. So they don't even know what they have. But
Indeed.
somebody there knew what they had. So I'm not sure of what to do. But I do know I need your help, because this is too much for me.
Well, if we could find who was in possession of this, maybe we could trace it back to where it came from.
Alternately, and just stay with me, we raise Britain to the ground.
I don't see why we can't do both.
I have missed you.
That's gonna make a lot of ghosts. I'm here for it.
Snacks! Then we have an agreement. This is good.
You don't see her hate that.
Yeah.
So do you think that somebody may have wanted you to find it?
Oh, look at you, asking all the pertinent questions.
I don't know. That could be. That could be. Maybe somebody did want me to find it. Maybe somebody was wanting to... I mean, without this symbol, I couldn't have researched the Dantean. I would have no frame of reference.
And there's no reason to believe that a normal fucking bullet would kill me. So I feel like they were sending a message with a gun and a bullet against a mage.
That is a very rude way to try to kill a mage.
Yeah. Could have just sent a telegram.
Of Pow, you're dead?
No, I don't think they're actually trying to kill me. It just so happens that I'm very bad at a fight. Good.
That's why we have Charles.
Oh, Charles.
Very good in the fight.
I know.
You're not so bad yourself.
Thank you.
So, we're going to need to work at this for some time. We're going to have to figure out how to do more research at the British Museum. They don't like me very much.
I have no idea why. You're so charming.
I know. You just punch 2 or 3 people and they get all upset.
It's so weird of them to be that way.
Yeah. So, let's all have some lunch. maybe it's even time for some supper. And
I haven't had a tiny sandwich.
we will
in
call
ages.
it a night.
Good. As we're getting ready to leave the room, I think Khairyn's gonna try to cast a spell, like just to see if, like, one, if her magic's back, two, if she can destroy Coldiron,
All right.
just to see if that works.
Sure, try and do it.
Go with. Oh, I haven't bubbled it now. Yeah. Let's go with space. No. Let's do time. I'm gonna try to rust it.
To rust it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna just
So it's
try.
like speed it forward in time, like
Yeah.
10,000 years.
Yeah.
All right.
See if we can break
Make that roll.
down.
We're going to see how little it fucks you.
Yeah. She wants to do, like, as convoluted a spell as possible just to see where her magic's setting. That's 1, 2 normal successes plus 1 exploded. 3 total. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I still roll 3 more. 4, 5,
Good.
6.
Oh, wow.
6 total.
Okay. You
die.
reach out with your magic.
Yeah, good. This is
Right,
not the time I
and
should've
you
rolled.
and getting ready to like speed up the clock,
Yeah.
and then you feel like the barest tip of your magic suddenly fall into it, like it's light going into a black hole,
Oh, good.
and like so it's enough to stop
Yeah.
and not have it suck all of your mana away or magic or whatever, but it's like. You definitely feel like there's this event horizon of it where if you get to that point, suddenly it's vanishing. It's gone. You don't even know. It's like you never even heard of anything like this before.
Sweet. She cusses loudly in a language I doubt any of you recognize and then spits on it.
Yeah!
Out the room.
Nice.
Is the metal of this nail shiny or reflective in any way?
No, it is actually like, kind of like boringly gray.
Can't do anything
Like-
with that.
There literally is nothing cool about this nail.
It's cool in that I think.
Other than you can still be stabby with it.
Yeah.
Other than you can put it in your hand and stab somebody with it, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't touch it, don't touch it.
I'm not going to. That looks like the most boring object I've ever seen in my life.
Guarantee you, it is not. That is quite possibly the most interesting thing I have ever seen in my life. And I will do whatever I can to delete it from existence.
Agreed. I will help if I can.
Good.
All right. Lunch then.
Lunch then. And I think lunch is where we're going to end this.
Nice.
So yeah, there we are. Any like questions, comments?
That was
Anything like
amazing.
That was
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, that's super fun.
Oh, that's good. I'm sorry I was not prepared.
I found combat way more fun than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
I mean, I like combat in general; it's kind of fun, but that was a lot of fun
Oh, that was so cool. I
Yeah.
think it's because you made everything yucky.
because everything's terrible. Cool. Well, then, thank you very much for joining us for the Autumn People episode 2.
Yeah.
I think we're at.
Yes.
It is.
I'm Tappy.
See? I'm Aabria.
I'm Sam.
Eli.
Bye.
Oh, we're just gonna say bye? Cool. Everyone keep talking for like
Goodbye.
10 more seconds.
All right.
Yeah. Awkward.
Fill up space. Fill up
Yeah,
space.
it's good. All right.
If I told you the things I've seen on my ways, if I told you the things I've done in my days, you wouldn't